Warning: all stories could be completely made up, and we have no way to confirm that. Any and all names mentioned in the show are most likely fake. We at Campfire Moto Stories are not journalists and should not be considered as much. If you're offended by anything said or shown in this episode, we don't care, but we encourage you to voice your opinion so we can laugh at the fact that you can't control your emotions. This program contains full language, and I recommend no one to watch or listen to this.
The views and opinions expressed in the program are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of the sponsor, any advertisers, or the sponsor's affiliates, employees, or partners.
Coming to you live from the Claremont Lounge in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Campfire Moto Stories.
Hey everyone, welcome to Campfire Moto Stories. I'm Anthony Bennett, and I'm thrilled to have you join us today for our live show. This YouTube show / podcast is all about sharing amazing motorcycle stories from everyday riders like you. Whether it's an epic ride, a funny mishap, or an unforgettable adventure, we want to hear it all. Today, we have some fantastic guests in the studio who we'll introduce in just a moment, where we'll dive into their riding stories. Plus, we have exciting segments lined up, including pre-recorded interviews, tech tips, a spotlight a stolen bike, and stories sent in by you through the website and or phone line. I'll have the phone lines on, so make sure to call in anytime, especially if it has something funny to do with our guests. Lastly, you'll get to hear an awesome story from my 5-year-old son about riding. May or may not be completely made up. But hey, 5-year-old can tell a great story, so can you. Don't forget, you can earn entries into our giveaway by participating in the show. Check out campfiremotostories.com for all the official rules. And by participating in any way, shape, or form, you indicate that you've read the official rules and agree to our terms and condition. Let's get it started.
They had a meeting.
Another lap around the wall, another request, another call. All I hear is need, I can't reply to all. I feel the strain, I fall behind, I sacrifice my precious time. All I ever get is never really mine. Money versus true love.
Hey, welcome to Campfire Moto Stories. I'm your host, Anthony Bennett, and I've got some cool guests in with me today. Some not so cool, but you know,
cool.
you get what you can get. So, yeah, it's been a while since I've done my show. I've been slacking, been training. We probably will talk about that, and I, made something. But I definitely want to start off by thanking MX201 Track Designs, Hard Knocks Racing, and Innovative Mechanical LLC for helping bring you guys this show. And let's go ahead and welcome my guests. So go ahead and let's introduce yourselves. Not you.
I'll start it off. I'm Lexi. I am from Washington, and I am so excited to be here.
Go figure. This camera was perfect the whole time. Now it's blurry.
Oh, jeez.
I literally just checked it, like, right before starting.
There she
There
is.
it goes. Jesus. Yeah. Amateur hour. All right. Look, it's been a while since I've done this. Everything was good. Yes, Lexi, welcome to the show. A women's WMX professional racer. So that's
Yep.
really cool. I think that's, other than Nat being a professional women's racer, I think that's you're the first one that I've had on the show. So
Well, I'm excited to be here.
we have sitting to your right your father, Dan.
Yep. I'm the mechanic and the unpaid mechanic.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure you probably are worse than unpaid. You
Yes.
probably
Yeah, he
spend
pays to be a mechanic.
Yes.
pay a lot to be a
Yeah.
mechanic.
Yes.
And sitting to my left, he's done a show with me previously with Mark Crozier. It was a good show. Go back and give it a listen if you haven't. Nat Wilder.
Nat Wilder, yep. 2-time winner of the Desert 100.
Yep.
For those of you from Washington State would get that, but these two guys do, and
Wait,
glad to be here.
how are you guys racing desert in Washington?
Oh, there's
Like
some
most
good desert.
people don't know that Washington and Oregon, the eastern half is all desert.
Really?
So yeah, you just go over the hill and it's sagebrush and rocks and sand.
If you
It's a
go
big
there,
race. Yeah.
Everybody knows Nat. I mean, if you say two-time winner of the Desert 100, everybody knows him.
Like, oh, that guy.
That guy, oh, yeah,
yeah,
he's famous
yeah,
for that,
yeah. So, one thing that I like to do on my show is I do an icebreaker, just in case anybody's a little nervous or whatever. And I cleared this with Nat. I made sure that you weren't going to punch me or get upset. So,
Uh-oh.
you know,
Sorry, guys.
you probably aren't aware about this, but I wanted to give you a little gift for coming on the show. And what does any female 18-year-old racer want than a calendar of 35 to 40-year-old men posing on motorcycles? So you can put that up in your
Very
camp at your
nice.
race rig. You'll see Jeremy McGrath's bikes in there. Evan Ferry.
I told you.
Yeah.
He gets these all the time.
Perfect.
I was really hoping you'd bring your bike. 'Cause that would definitely go in next
That is
year's
perfect.
calendar. So, yeah, you can burn that if you want or do with it what you will. So, I did notice O'Neill gear, right?
I am in JMC gear.
Okay, yeah, one of the pictures I saw that. So, was that just for the Ultimate Rider
Yes,
thing?
Everybody
Okay.
for the Ultimate Rider was in O'Neill. And it's
Okay.
actually really good gear.
I was going to ask if you knew, because a lot of times if you're sponsored by O'Neill, Alex Ray's your contact. So if you met him or talked to him
I
at all or
have
no,
not.
none of that. I got his bike when I was in Indian Hills. He was pissed.
I think you should start. You guys didn't say your last name because it's hard to pronounce.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask that because
Yeah.
I have zero clue how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
Hold on,
Everyone-
let me try it.
Okay.
We hi we
Not
That's
very
what
good.
everyone thinks, but it's just Y like the letter.
why?
Yep, just Y.
No one ever gets it right.
No,
Ever.
I wouldn't. I could have Googled it to get like some kind of answer, but yeah, I didn't want to spoil the fun with that.
Yeah.
So there was one thing I was trying to set up. Yeah, you don't even know about it. But yeah. So also we talked about the Ultimate Rider just a second ago. How did that all come up?
So my dad saw all of these ads for it, and he was like, "Lexi, you gotta do it. Come on, you just gotta do it." And I was so nervous, and I didn't think that I would ever get on. I mean, I'm not gonna be the fastest one there against all the guys like Lance or Preston. They're huge names, and I was like, I'm not doing this. And I was so embarrassed to make the video. I didn't want to post it on my Instagram, and that was one of the things that they did was they posted their thing on Instagram. I was like, this is so embarrassing. But on the very last day that they were taking all the videos or, the first thing, I spent 3 hours making a video, and the numerous times of cars driving by or an airplane or someone sneezing in the background, it took us forever to make this video, but we finally did it and turned it in, and I got into it, and so we went down to the what is it called? The
Auditions.
audition day. So the first day was interview process, so we went and talked to Neil, Bobby, and Mark, the owner of SLR, and we had, 5 to 10 minute panel interviews, and we talked to them about just what we think that we want to do when we're out of this, what Ultimate Rider means to us, where we came from, kind of our stories. And the second day was our ride day, and my interview went really good. But the ride day, it started off with my back wheel getting demolished.
Yeah.
And so we did a lot of bike fixing there, but I made it in, and from there we went back to a house that I've been staying at for the winter and got everything ready, all the bikes ready, and I went down there for 2 weeks starting on a Monday. So it was an experience of a lifetime, but it was a lot.
So you said that it was a 3-hour video that you filmed, but how long were you actually supposed to send in?
It was 30 seconds.
Oh, no. Yeah, the video was 30 seconds, but
So
it took her 3
three hours.
hours.
That's what I figured.
Yes.
I figured it was gonna be 3 minutes at least, but
No.
30-second video for 3 hours.
It was-
That's definitely a lot.
Yeah.
So one of because I haven't watched it yet, I'll be honest with you. But I texted one of my buddies because he'd asked me about doing any shows and stuff, if I'd been doing them still, and I was like, no, I've been slacking, but I do have. And I told him you coming on, and he's like, oh, I really like her. I was watching the show and stuff, and he was telling me that he had recently met. Did I just lose my volume?
Think so.
What happened there?
There
There
it
it
There
goes.
you're back.
That you had mentioned Claire Parker, and
Yes.
how he recently met her or something like that, and you were saying that she was an idol of yours. So I was curious, what about her? Because I haven't met her or talked with her or anything, so I was
Yeah,
curious.
so I know her from back home. She was with one of Carson Brown, who we are really good. We're really close. We live really close to each other. But I met Claire, and she painted one of my helmets, and we rode with each other at the track. We always talked to each other. But she got her she works at Triumph now,
Yeah.
and my goal is to work in the industry. So I thought it was super cool that she gets to do it. I've always looked up to her, like, hey, like that's where I want to be. So talking to her, I want to talk to her about kind of what her experiences are there and see what happens.
Well, it's a good thing you want to talk to her. Is it not working again? Let me turn this up more. Good thing you want to talk to her because she's on the phone right now.
Uh-oh.
Hi, Lexi.
Hi, Claire.
So I
I'm
lied when I
super
said and
stoked
hadn't
for
talked to
you.
her.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, did you just get back from AMA Vintage Days?
Yes, I did.
How'd it go?
It went pretty good. I had a lot of bike problems and one crash, but it was fun.
That sounds like an average vintage race.
Yes.
That's awesome. Well, yeah, super excited to kind of jump on here with you. I just have to throw it out there for anyone listening that Lexi, you are my idol, to be honest, because I mean, between racing vintage, racing off-road, just kind of the presence you've created for yourself and the racing accolades you have, you just graduated high school. Like, you are everything that young girls riding that are interested in the sport that come to the track should aspire to be. Like, you are just the coolest girl, and you have such a bright future ahead of you.
Thank you so much. That means a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I was actually, you go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that you were telling me a little bit about the helmet painting thing that you told me.
Yeah, so her dad actually, that's kind of a funny story because her dad kind of pulled me aside and said let's get a helmet painted for her. It's going to be a surprise. And he told me, Lexi, your dad told me how your nickname is Bug. So I was like, he's like, put a bug on there. I'm like, oh gosh. I'm like, what can I think of that's kind of cool and cute and not like totally weird? And I was like, I'll throw some butterflies on there. And I see you wearing it, and that's just like the coolest thing because I absolutely love painting helmets. I want to get back into that, but funnily enough, I think the helmet you originally gave me that your dad gave to me, I think you guys put SC1 on it or something. Cause I felt so bad. I completely destroyed it when we tried to clear coat it. So we went through Western Power Sports. I bought you a brand new helmet, and I still have the bad one. But, I'm just so glad you like that helmet. Cause I see you wearing it at from the Ultimate Rider and just at races, and yeah, it's just been really cool to see your progress. And you've been battling it out at WMX. Like I said, I don't think a lot of people realize just how versatile your skills are. The only thing I really haven't seen you do, but maybe you were out there too, is the pit bike racing. I mean, you do every other kind of racing.
I have not. We are just building pit bikes right now, so hopefully we'll get back
heck
out there.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
There
know.
you
Pit
go.
bikes are a very easy way to get hurt. It seems like.
Yes.
100%.
For sure. But the coolest story I can think of about you, Lexi, that just comes to mind because Anthony was asking me about stuff, is how you broke your ankle or foot at Fossil, and you kept riding just for the points. That's just how gritty you are. That's so gnarly. Like, I don't think, a lot of people, including myself, I don't know if I could do that with that degree of injury. And this is such a testament to the kind of rider you are. It's just so cool. So cool to see.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that one was a rough weekend, but I did not want to lose that championship.
No, no, for sure. What do you have
$15
coming up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, for a piece of plastic. But what do you have coming up next?
I have next is the last 3 WMXs, and then from there we'll see what happens.
So
Yeah, that's so
go ahead,
exciting.
Claire. Good.
No, I think that's so exciting.
Hey, Claire, if you're in town, Lexi's in Georgia for 2 weeks and looking for
Oh, no
places to
way.
ride.
Yes.
That's so funny. Well, I'm going up to Loretta's as an alternate.
Oh, sweet.
But yeah, if you're around and I'm free, you can even come check out, Triumph if you want.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, we're down in Atlanta, so anytime.
Yeah, you said you're looking at property or something today. What area are you doing that?
Up in Jefferson, kind of looking for a little bit of land so I can build my own pit bike track and paint helmets. So yeah, it's kind of poking around.
Oh, Claire, I hate to tell you, I've been checking. One of my buddies, Jonathan Arshin, bro, he got in today as an alternate, and I just looked. You're still on the alternate list. But we'll get there.
I know. Been checking every hour.
Claire,
Congrats to your buddy, though.
Hey,
I think it's going to be a mutter, Claire. You might like that, being from Washington.
Oh, heck yeah. We're all about the mud up there, aren't we, Lexi?
Yes, lots of mud. And it's looking at the forecast, it's not going to be a sunny, dry one.
No.
Hey, Claire, I'm just going to go ahead and throw this out, and, you know, you can do with it what you want. But, you know, I'm willing to, you know, Nancy Kerrigan somebody in the women's class when I get up there Friday, Saturday.
Well, I
But
heard that.
Forge, I'm needed a Triumph 450, though, if that's going to happen. So,
But I heard that they're taking so many alternates, like from the Northwest Regional. Me, Kylie, and the girl who's the
Avery Berry.
Yeah, we all three aren't going. It's just Isla. So there's already automatically 3 alternates going in.
yeah, there's only 2 alternates
Right.
left. It's her and I forget the other
Emerson
name I just saw.
Upson.
Yeah, there we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, it'd be cool if we could get Emerson in there too. That'd be a lot of PNW representation for
That'd
sure.
be a lot of them.
Emerson's
I'm
cool.
willing to do what it needs to happen. I'm just throwing that out there. Just, you know, 27 Triumph
I've had
450.
so many. Yeah, I've had so many people offer to do that if I let everyone do that who is willing to do that, there would probably be like half of a gate. And everyone would be like, "Where'd all the girls go?"
I mean, we could get you a top 10. I mean, we can work this out.
Oh,
Hey,
that's
what
so
was
funny.
the other story that you wanted to get her to talk about?
Yeah, Lexi, I would love to hear more about your race at the Desert 100, and you were. I know this because of Cole Stevers, where you were so close to the finish line, you ran out of gas. It's a classic story.
Well, I think it was 2023. And I was on my 125 and had a big tank, and I thought I had that dialed. I was like, oh, I don't need gas. And I convinced my friend Tanner to race it with me because I didn't want to go alone. It's kind of scary out there in the desert for 50 miles alone.
Mm-hmm.
So we went out there, and we got to, like, I don't even know, 9 miles left. And my bike just dies. And I look at Tanner, and I was like, this is not good. So I was like, you know what, I can start pushing. And I made about 10 feet, and I made him push it up the rest of the hill. And we got to the top of the hill, and we did some, I don't know, sand angels because it wasn't in the snow. We sat there for probably 45 minutes. I called people, and I was like, hey, I'm out of gas. And then I don't even remember who it was.
Was it Barstow?
Yeah, Kyler Barstow stopped and gave me gas and got me all the way, and then it died right when I got to the ramp going on to I don't know what you call it, the finish line. Yeah, the little podium finish line thing. It died right there, and I was like, well, thank goodness I made it all the way here.
So did you actually have to push it the rest of the way up the ramp, Ryan Hughes style?
Mm-hmm. I think Cole Stever was the one that pushed it up the rest of the way. But yeah, I haven't done the Desert 100 since that happened.
What place did you end up finishing on that one then?
4th. No. Yeah, 4th.
You were in 2nd when you ran out.
Yep.
I remember looking for you with gas, holding this 5-gallon can between my legs, in my tennis shoes, riding backwards on the course. Never found you. Everyone wanted the gas so bad though. They're like, "Give me some." I'm like, "Nope, not for you. It's for Lexi." Wasn't good.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Is that why they know Nat now? In the
Oh no, he's a winner. 2-time winner of the Desert 100.
Well, Claire, I know you got stuff to do this evening, so I greatly appreciate you calling in, unless you're wanting to stick on and bring up any other things or talk about some other stuff.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the call, guys. I'm going to let you get back to it, but I'm so grateful for this opportunity to be on with you, Lexi. Like I said, you're going places in this sport. Like, the sport needs more people like you. You're just so genuine. You ride with all your heart, and you just are in so many different things. I'm so excited to see where it takes you.
Thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you soon.
Yeah, I will. I'm going to text you after this, and we'll see if we can link up.
Perfect. Awesome.
All right, well, appreciate it, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
See
Talk to you later.
All right, see ya.
That was cool.
That was
glad
really
to surprise you with that
Yeah,
one.
that was really cool.
Yeah, I'm glad I texted my buddy Chris because when he had said that and then said that, what is going on with this thing? He met her and was trying to get her contact info for me. I ended up texting my buddy Brian Stokes, and he was like, "What's this about?" Before I give you her number, and I was like, "Uh-oh."
Keeps cutting in and out.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch.
We were just talking about her at the VMD.
Yeah.
I'd like to meet her, but if we can. Oh, it cut me off.
Keep going.
Meet her at Triumph. It'd be a pretty good facility to go see.
That'd be really cool.
Might be this headset. We'll see if it keeps cutting off. Oh well, look, this is a janky show. We do with it what
Not
we
so
can.
janky.
Yeah.
Not so janky.
All right. You got to get my thoughts back, switching that thing over. Oh, I was just saying, yeah, so Brian was like, what's this about? I can't just give out her number. And I text him, like, hey, tell her Lexi Weihe is coming on. And then he's like, oh, here's a number. She said she loves Lexi. So, yeah, I called her on, I think it was Monday. And we talked for just a little bit and shared a few stories. So,
That's so awesome.
yeah, I did want to ask her kind of like what she does and all that stuff. But knowing that she's in Atlanta now, I should get her on sometime. So,
Yeah, for
that'd be
sure.
really cool.
All right, so the Ultimate Rider, we talked about how that came about. I did listen to Ping did a podcast with a guy that ended up winning it, so I did hear some of the things that were going on with it. And one thing that I thought was pretty neat from that was the no cell phones.
Yes.
And I was curious how you survived without your phone, and how
That
long was it you couldn't have your phone?
It was from the day we got there to the day, so 2 weeks, the day it ended. And it was the coolest experience ever. Like, none of us ever wanted it. None of us tried to get on our phones. And it was so cool because, yes, I know way too much about everybody that was there, but
Do tell.
yes, but it came like the best experience. Like, I would never know about just like the little funny things that wouldn't come up if we didn't have our phones. Like, we were forced to talk to each other, and I mean, we had Spotify on the TV, but that was about the only thing. So we know everyone's music taste, we know everything. So it was really cool.
That's neat.
Yes.
So, I was told there was some drama with some other girls on the show, and yeah, I
Yes.
needed to touch on that.
So there was me and another girl, and it was all fine and good, and there's some cheating going on, and I did not like that. I worked so hard there, and that was like I've never pushed myself to the limits that I was at when I was there, and I wasn't in my comfort zone. There was sand riding, like I've done like sand at home, but it's not California
yeah.
sand. And so we did two 30-minute motos there, and we did a full hour and a half extended moto. And at the sand moto, I knew some things were going to pop up with me and Alana because she would have bike problems after I passed her or do some things. I was like, oh, whatever. And then it came to the extended moto day, and I was pissed. I saw her cut in the tires, saw her cut in the whoops.
Tell them what extended moto is.
Oh, yeah. So we did extended moto. We had the vet track backwards. We had most of the moto track. We had some sand track. We had the enduro track. And then we had, like, I don't know, we went in between the supercross track making our own, like, their little course there. But it was a long moto. And a long moto of me knowing that she was cheating from about the second lap. I was not happy, and I pushed so hard. And every single time I pushed as hard as I possibly could, found the best lines, found the best spot to get her, pass her. Well, I was already in front of her, but the only reason why she was in front of me is because she would cut the track, and I'd be going over the tires. It takes, I don't know, good 3 seconds, and she'd go right past them. And I was just, it wasn't good. And then we started a little bit more drama when I took her out, but it needed to be done.
Were you kind of just seeing red from all the other things, and that's what led to
Yes.
you needing to handle business?
Yeah. It was not good. But they sure captured it pretty good, and I keep getting videos of people taking videos of the TV watching it with me just eye-daggering everybody when they were showing up in clips, so it was pretty funny. So definitely go and check out The Ultimate Rider. The last 2 episodes are by far the best ones.
Yeah, I do want to see it, and I was tempted to watch it before having you on, but I was like, I think it'd be better if I'd kind of just waited, you know, and then got to watch it later. But and I'm a little busy, you know.
Oh.
I got some stuff that I've been taking care of. I don't know.
I don't
kind
know
of a big deal
whatever
here.
you're doing.
You going on vacation or something next week?
No, not this week. This week I leave.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Huh.
But,
Big deal around here.
Yeah. You ever made Loretta Lynn's Nat?
Sure have. I watched her and him.
You made it through the gate.
Yes,
right?
I
Yeah,
did.
Yeah.
Yep. As close as I'm going.
So when you were talking just now about cutting the course, one thing that my buddy Chris had said is something about doing the enduro course and not cutting it. Was that part of what he was talking about?
Yeah. So there was tires, logs, a water pit you had to jump over, pretty much everything. Bark, like tires like laid flat and then bark everywhere so you would land in the tires, try to get out of it. It was pretty gnarly. But there's this one section where we did like an enduro day that wasn't really a challenge. It was more of like, could you complete it? And the bike landed on top of me. And that was like, I was like, I hate these tires. Like, if they ever make me do these again, like, I'm going to be pissed. And we got back to the extended moto day, and of course, we had to do those damn tires. And so I was like, whatever. So I got up to those, and I never crashed, never had a tip over, never nothing on the extended moto day, and I was so thrilled. Until I just hear her just freaking pass me on the house. Not even, she looks behind to make sure that no one sees her. I'm like, you have a GoPro on, there's cameras everywhere, there's a drone, but you still look back.
I was curious about that. So yeah, you guys were drunk or
Yep.
cammed up for that. So they're gonna take all the footage and be able to look at it. So
And I saw it, everyone had to pit. Even like the people with the big tanks, they said it's not fair if you're not pitting when everybody else does.
yeah.
And so everyone had to pit, and when I pit, I was like, hey guys, like, please stop the cheating. Like, I already see it. And so they didn't stop it, but they made sure that after the moto it was very clear.
So have you ever done any enduro cross type stuff before, or no? That was kind of the first time ever dealing with it.
There's a event at home called Cowboy Cross in Washington, and I've done that now twice. And it's more of a, can Lexi pick her bike up fast enough to get it over everything? No, I'm not the best at it, but I could sure try. But it was an experience of I had to go really lock in on all those things, and I learned a lot. Like, we did a practice day, and I talked to Mark, and another really cool guy on Ultimate Rider was Harlem, and he does off-road enduro and stuff, and it was really cool to like, hey Lexi, try this, try that, and I did it, and it made life so much easier. So shout out to Harlem for that one. That was pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
So good.
It sounded like all the guys were real helpful,
Yeah.
and everybody helped each other. It was a competition, but they were all really cool and really helpful, and it was a really cool experience from what I could see.
Yeah.
So were you able to be there for it, or
No.
were any parents allowed to be there? No, it's drop the kids and.
I was there for the audition days,
Mhm.
so one day of panel interviews and one day of riding. And then when they moved in, we had to leave, and then we got to come back the last day for the finale. And other than that, all I knew, how I knew she was safe is Instagram clips they would post, and I would look to see if I could see her go by, because no phones, and nothing.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure if something happened, they would end up calling somebody.
Yeah, but
Yes,
still.
I had an interview, and everyone get to call our parents, and my parents were the only ones who didn't answer, so I got to leave a voicemail.
I'm sure you got some shit. Yeah, your parents don't love you.
I called them both 3 times. None of them answered.
That's mean. Where were you guys?
I was at work, but I probably saw it come up, and it was like an East Coast number, so I just...
Thinking it's a spam
Yeah,
number.
Oh,
skip.
your daughter's in the
I'm
East
looking-
Coast. And,
No, you're in California.
No, I don't know.
Oh, well.
Wait, I thought it was in Nevada. That was all done.
No, it was in
Was it in
Yucca
Cal?
Valley, California.
Oh, that's right.
Joshua Tree.
Or Joshua Tree, yeah.
No, you text me something about Mesquite, Nevada. That's
Yeah.
what I was remembering.
Yeah.
But so did they say this is gonna be like a yearly thing that they're gonna do?
They're hoping. They're going to try to make it. We
It
have
just
not
depends
heard,
how this
but
one goes.
yeah.
So obviously, would you get a chance to do it again since you've already done it, or is it kind of they've said like if you've been on, they're gonna give the opportunity to somebody else?
They have
next
said
time?
like, "Oh, who's gonna come back?" But for me, it was a one and done. Like, it was the most fun time for that 2 weeks, but I don't see myself ever doing that ever
Yeah,
again.
I think the people that didn't make the top 16, they're encouraging to come back. But I think if you made the top 16, they'd probably look past.
Okay. How
Yeah.
far did you get to then?
And there was
Spoiler
never.
alerts if you haven't watched it.
It was just all 16 made it through the end, so there's nobody eliminated.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it started with 70 at auditions, and they
Ah.
whittled it down to 16, and then they did the whole show.
Nice.
Mhm.
And then at the end, there was one Ultimate Rider who got.
Yes, Cade Bradley got the SLR factory ride.
So you didn't get it.
No.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Spoiler, didn't get it.
Yep. So if anybody out there has a ride, she's available.
Yep.
All right. So what would you say is your favorite part about doing that show?
I think my favorite part, well, first of all, my confidence from getting to, like, I had to really ride, like, my hardest. Like, all these people were really fast, and it wasn't, there's some, like, way behind and way front. They're all way ahead. So just having to ride with them and building my confidence riding with the fastest of the fast guys was super cool. And even just, like, the memories. Like, I have so many memories of just being in the hot tub or playing games or meeting people that I would have never met without the Ultimate Rider.
Yeah.
From all over the world, even different countries. So it was pretty cool.
So what's the thing you get asked the most about that show?
I think it's more of like, how was it with like 14 guys and just 2 girls?
Nah.
Yeah. So it was really cool though. It was definitely an experience.
It kind of seemed like you and her are different personalities. Do you think that's why they picked?
Yeah, completely opposite.
That's why they probably picked you two
Yeah.
out of them.
Yes, definitely from way different. But
So is there anything that kind of didn't make the show that you were like, oh, I wish they would have put this in?
I don't know. Like, there's like so many things that we did that were on the show, but I guess they wanted to keep it more on like the moto side. Like, we went back to the house and watching the guys try to make dinner or do laundry every day. It was hilarious. But it was so much fun. Like, we played I probably played 40 games of cornhole there. We were in the hot tub every night. We played card games. It was awesome.
And the guys didn't try to con the 2 girls into doing the laundry or cooking the meals? No?
I made some bets with some of them. Like, they would help me with something on my bike, and I would do their laundry. But
Yeah.
other
There
than
was some
that,
trading going on.
Yeah,
All right,
we had some
all
good
right.
trades.
I hit that one with the same time. That one's the same one too. Yeah. All right. Since then, since shows come out, how many creepy DMs have you gotten?
I've gotten like a few. Like, they posted like the Ultimate Rider posters, and they're like, "Hey, like, can I have one? Like, how much would it be for it?" And I don't know. I haven't responded. But it's a million people. Like, I'll be anywhere. A pizza guy came to my house. He was like, "Oh my God, Lexi from the Ultimate Rider," and I was like, "Oh my gosh."
The kids at the track are pretty cool.
Yes,
Like, kids
there's
will come up.
the little
just
kids.
so
are
excited.
So much yeah,
That's
it's
neat.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's super cool.
Yeah, I don't talk about creepy DMs. Did you see
Oh,
the
no.
P-Dub post that I made?
Yes.
Did you see the AI?
Oh,
girl
yeah,
that I
that's
put up?
right.
Oh my God,
Dude,
I don't, did you like
I
look
looked
at
on
my
your
Instagram?
Instagram, yes.
Okay. Some of the I woke up to one this morning that was like, you made that girl with AI, didn't you? And then the next one right after, I just read the post. Never mind. I'm like, like just random ones like that. And then how much for the girl? How much? I'm like, really?
Yeah. I
Like,
can
come on
imagine.
with something more original.
Yeah.
But definitely the creepiest one was the guy that was like, how do I make this or whatever. That's the one that I had on Instagram
Yes.
not too long ago, and I was like, oh my goodness. But it had 10,000 views in 2 days.
Perfect.
So
World's record, yeah.
yeah, I've definitely never had that many on any PW50 post, especially. But yeah, it an AI girl in a bikini. You're selling a bike. Works great for getting people to look at the post.
Wackos.
So outside of the Ultimate Rider, I was curious if there's any other beefs that you've had in the WMX with any riders. that
I
you've had
wouldn't
to deal
say
with.
in the WMX like this. I don't know, like this year, but definitely in like the local tracks, there's been a ton, and it's not even just like battles back and forth. Like, oh, I beat her this week and she beats me that. It's like I constantly win, and then they constantly keep talking, and it's just like I can't handle it. I lose it at one point.
To get payback, did you steal any of their boyfriends?
More of just like payback, like they just like keep talking and then they can't back it. So like, I just have to. There's no reason to even back it.
Yeah. Better just show them, right?
Yeah.
I don't need to tell you anything.
Yeah.
Good thing.
Yes. But it sure drives me absolutely insane. Some of these girls are like, oh my gosh.
I think even more so if she races the guys' classes.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes if, she's having a battle with someone and they can't get by, they get a little more aggressive and try a little harder than they should. And yeah, there's been some times when Dad was worried that he might have to step in.
Yeah, I had that a little bit later on for some things that I was going to ask, but yeah. Let's see if I can even find one of that. It might be on the second page, so I'll have to get to that one later. But he had texted me that I need to talk to you about some Loretta Lynn stories. And so he wanted me to ask you about golf cart and country roads.
Well,
Oh, your sister's over there laughing
yes,
too.
that is
She was a
definitely
big
her
part of it.
story.
Yeah.
But it was 2021 the first time I ever made it to Loretta's, and we got parked in the way back. And we brought our golf cart, and let's just say it's not fast, and it loses charge real quick. And my sister and Nat were just sitting in the golf cart, and all of a sudden, they just started singing Country Road.
Yeah, well,
And
John Denver came on, and
Yeah, they had an old school Costco block rocker for the music sitting in between them, and they had it cranked, and
we sang, and there was even times where side-by-sides would get behind us and have to push us up the hill because we were going so slow.
yep.
But it was the best memories, and those are some of the things, like, anyone going to Loretta's, you got to make it fun. Yes, you want to battle, you want to be the hardest one there, but you also got to have these fun memories that we will remember that. I will not remember any motos from Loretta's, but I will remember going up the hill singing Country Road.
Yeah, now it's like a staple song that whenever they're in Seattle doing something, they'll send me a video of them singing Country Road, or me too. I'll send it to them, and it'll just be
Yeah.
part of it.
We had a random rodeo in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and it starts playing, and Allie was like, "Get your phone out, we gotta send it to Nat."
Yeah.
How terrible are the videos that he sends you singing it? Are they bad?
You
They're
know, he
bad,
has
right?
great vocals.
Let's hear it.
There's no face, just my beautiful voice. Let's say, country road, take me home to the place.
I spared you all.
Oh,
and
thank God.
honestly, so I don't get fined by YouTube.
Now I'm
or
thirsty.
whatever. Yeah, you got your beer over there. How about how you met your friend Cole's dad?
Coker? Oh my
Yes.
gosh, this is so embarrassing. Oh, I had to think about that one. Well, at Washugo Regionals last year, we were parked by this one guy, and every single time I was on the track and I got off, I'd get back to my trailer and he'd be like, "Lexi, stop riding like a girl." And I had no clue who this guy was. It was so funny. You just met him, whatever. And at the last day, he was like, "Hey, you gotta meet one of my friends. You gotta meet one of my friends." So one of his friends came over, and it was Cole Coker, and we met, whatever. And then at Loretta's, we hung out a few times, and it was one of the last nights. It was me, my sister, Cole, and one of my friends, Jaylee. We were all in Cole's trailer, having fun, and then Cole went to go say goodbye to one of his friends or whatever. And we decided, why not grab the broom out of the motorhome and start singing karaoke in the motorhome. And his dad never met him before, whips open the door, sees us three singing karaoke, and just starts joining in. And we had the best night of just karaoke. And Cole walks in, he's like, "What is going on?" But another memory from Loretta's that had nothing to do with riding, but I will remember forever.
Yeah, I feel like most people that I talk to that talk about Loretta's, they say that. Like it's
Yeah.
more about going there, having fun,
Yeah.
hanging out in the river, and than it is
the people you
the
meet,
race.
the things you do. Yeah.
Any tips for first-time racers at Loretta's?
Go have fun. Do not
Yeah.
worry about it.
Oh, I don't give a shit about that.
Perfect.
Honestly, like my biggest thing that I was sweating was making it, right? And then once that was through, it was like I started having, and I'm very good. In fact, I piss my wife off all the time because she talks about anxiety and this, and I'm like, you just do, like you can control it. And
Yeah.
she's like, it's not that simple. I'm like, I know it's not easy, but you can control it. And I would wake up like 3 a.m. more with like running through my head of like, how am I gonna do this? Like, and this being, what am I gonna do for camping? What am I gonna do for that? What do I gotta bring? What I gotta make sure I like all that stuff. But then I'd also take a deep breath and I'd go, stop worrying about this shit. You've got like 4 weeks or whatever, and then I could turn it off and be back to normal. But for a while, this is like the first time that I felt real anxiety,
Yeah.
like hardcore. And then you just
It's very organized. If you read online, when your sign up is, when everything has a time, and unless there's weather delays, they stay on time. It's very structured.
or the P-dubs can't make it through the
Yes.
straightaway,
Yeah.
so they have to
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were there in 23 when it monsooned, and I think motos even went to the next day.
Yeah.
It was, but even so, I mean, you just enjoy the experience. You made it. That's saying something, and everything else just goes with it.
Yeah. No, because I told everybody, I'm like, I'm not worried at all about the racing. Hell, if I'm in 35th or 42nd by the third moto, I'm just going to wait for the gate to drop. I'm going to rip a big wheelie with a pink tutu on. I'm going to set the wheel down. I'm going to do a 360 in the start straight, and then just rip another wheelie through the turn and just have a good time with it. Like, I don't really care about the finish or any of that. I'd more rather make a fool of myself doing that than I would getting top 10.
100% with you.
Yeah.
The times I went with these guys, all I want to do is qualify my KX 500, rip the whole shot, and just pull off. You know, put my finger up number one and just pull off.
I got to say, I think you could make it on your 500.
It'd be very difficult.
Yeah, it definitely was that connector
Oh,
because you're
yep.
cutting out a little bit too. Good. Nobody wants to listen to you.
Yeah, they
so
do.
that's
They
good.
love me.
That's good. But no, I mean, he rips pretty good on a moto track.
Wouldn't say that.
What just reminded me when I said moto track was our 24-hour race.
Oh, gosh.
When I had the side-by-side and I took all the guys out to the moto track.
Oh,
You want to tell them about that?
All I know is it wasn't supposed to be out there, and he's jumping. What was that thing?
It's a
Wolverine?
no, it's the Yamaha YXZ 1000.
Oh, yeah.
It's the blue one that was in the garage,
Yeah.
right? I'm literally sending their like 60-foot doubles with the people racing with me the next day. We're just sending it out on the moto track.
That is
So
awesome.
I'd be like, who wants to go for a ride next? And like just putting all the teammates in the bike.
Not me.
on the side by side. Yeah, I think
me.
you were smart enough
Nope.
to go, no, I'm not going.
No.
Hell, have you ever seen his dad rip a side by side? We went to
No.
Durhamtown one time, and how old was your dad?
He's probably 80 then.
Yeah, I think he was like 82 or 83.
He could have been, yeah. He's 85
that
now.
was 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, so 80. He was 80s.
Yeah, and he was freaking moving, and it wasn't the Maverick.
That was your jinxed Maverick Sport. That thing was jinxed.
I only hit one tree with it.
He only hit one, too. So,
Wait, no. I hit the tree in the trail. The Sport I ended up buying.
oh, that's true.
Yeah.
My dad talks about that all the time. It hurt my back, and my back's broken because of that. No, it's not.
Is it on the
Quit it.
side-by-side track there?
No, he's in the woods. He just was trying to keep up. Not the smartest.
Yeah, he can freaking move though. I was like, ah, well, I mean, I guess that's where Nat gets it from. So I was also told to ask you about training in Mesquite, Nevada this last winter. There's some good stories out of that.
Yes, I got the opportunity to go down, and my grandparents have a house in Mesquite, like 5 minutes away from the track. So it was really convenient that me and my friend Sydney got to stay there and ride. It was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday training, and then Thursday was always our off day. And then every weekend, Friday, it was either practice, Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then, or it was a race Saturday, Sunday with a practice on Friday. So that was super cool. It took my training or riding from not being confident in the ruts to I can go in a rut and I'm not going to be like, oh no, but I can just ride through it. And I had so much fun down there with confidence building and everything. So that was super cool.
Sorry, we got a pee break over here. Jeez.
Oh, man.
What did I not say it? What is it?
Yeah.
You did say it, yeah.
Prostate issues.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got to get that checked out, Nat. You're what, mid-50s now?
Whole pitcher of beer. I can't help it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I meant to ask, how was the Mexican restaurant? So, did he tell you about the last time that we went there before Mark and
No.
he did the show? So,
Yeah.
we went to that restaurant, and the owner or manager or whatever was kind of weirdly flirting with us and giving us free drinks and stuff.
Perfect. Nat has that effect.
That's
on
all, because when he texted me, he's going there. I was like, "Oh, you're just trying to get the guy to give you some free drinks
Yep.
again, aren't you?"
Absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, it was definitely weird. Like,
Yeah.
we both, all three of us, were looking at each other like, is this guy flirting with us? What's going on here?
Well, he must have been, because with the girls, we didn't get free drinks.
I think it was me.
That
That's
could've-
what I
yeah,
told
yeah,
Matt.
that
I think
could
he was
be,
trying to
yeah.
pick me up.
Well, that might be the case, because today it didn't happen.
Yeah.
So I'm stalling a little bit for Nat, but who cares about him? So we were talking earlier about vintage motorcycle days. So you guys just did that in Ohio. I told Nat, my buddies, they do the Winners. You ever heard of the Winners Take Y'all podcast? They do their shows like 2 miles down the road. They go every year and have a good old time. But yeah, they're talking about karaoke. If you're at a race with those guys, you got to go link up with them. I mean, I've done karaoke with Jamie from Twisted, Ryan Sipes. God, I can't even. Oh my God, I was a little too drunk at Motocross Nations to remember who all was in there. I know Brock Sellards got in there at some point, and a bunch of people. But yeah, you got to find those guys because it's a good time, and you'll love doing the karaoke with them on that.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so the vintage racing. Let's talk about some of that. And you were even telling her some stuff broke. What broke? Whose fault was it?
Well, so this is my 3rd year there, but 2nd year racing, and I was on the Husky 250 for
1973.
1973, an absolute pristine bike. But the first Friday was like the hair scramble day.
Yep.
And the first one didn't go too well, had some tip overs, and just got stuck behind a whole bunch of bikes. And then I was like, you know what, let's just go race the next race. So I did another hour long, and it made it to the very, very, very last lap. And the back axle nut apparently just got a little bit loose, and my chain fell off. So I was like, oh, I can't even get this chain on. And so a whole bunch of guys helped me start pushing it, and all of a sudden the back tire falls off, and I was like, oh no, what did I do now? So we've got it on enough, and just so I can push it, and I pushed it, I don't know, probably good 400 yards maybe to the finish line, just so I could get my finish. One of the guys, the sweeper guys, was super nice because he was like the one that as soon as he goes through, the race was done. He made sure just to ride right behind me so I could, push and he could just ride. And I got 2nd place, which is really cool because I was one of the only 2 girls that got the last lap. So that was pretty cool. But then Saturday, I signed up for the women's moto, and I was stoked to be there on the line. And got a 4th place start, and by like 4 corners in, I was in 1st, and I was having so much fun. And then it came about 4 laps to the finish line. Last lap, bike just snap, pops, crackle, bogs, and it was done. And that was a little bit of a heartbreak, but hey, I guess I learned what vintage bikes are really made for.
Yeah, so my wife got me that as a wedding gift. Rode it 2 times, not really. Parked it for 13 years, and then decided that I was going to do the Barber vintage race with it. And I found out real quick that the old bikes suck.
Yeah, they're horrendous.
Blew a head gasket, fixed the head gasket, didn't fix it, then found out, you got to get a brass gasket for the cylinder head. Put that on, got it running, starts pissing out the water pump, and I was like, oh my God, are you kidding me? And that's when I bought that CR250.
Yeah.
So I was like, screw this thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
We had a pretty good year considering that they only blew up one bike and everything else made it the whole time. And it's usually a stressful time because you're working on these turds the whole time. But, at least just blew it up. So it was all done. But she worked very hard, and it was very upsetting for sure. Next year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're coming
Next year.
Coming in next
Spend
year.
a few bucks
Ready.
on it. But 73 Huskies, she was beating the shit out of that little thing.
Yeah, I kind of felt bad, but hey.
And
So.
she had a great battle with Lacey. Those
I had
2
a
were
good
moving.
battle.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It does sound like while you're here, you should get some training bike pushing. We're going to, every day before your motos, just uphill both ways.
Yeah.
We were
In the
watching
heat.
bikes today, and my sister comes out and goes up the little, probably like a 5-foot hill, in Nat's yard. She goes, Lexi, how did you get it up this hill? It was so funny. Bike pushing that's probably one of the hardest parts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you learn real quick that, shoving your arm under the number plates and trying to,
Yes.
find other ways to get it up and, huffing and puffing. And, it's good stuff.
Yep.
I think that and like a kid learning to pick up a bike for the first time. Oh my God, I got my kid doing that now, and it's just like his heart. Like you can just hear he's giving everything that he can, and it's just like just barely moving. You're like, come on, buddy, you can do it.
That's
Yep.
awesome.
For sure.
So I do want you to pull deep in your brain, good stuff, and any good stories from Nat and your dad embarrassing you, or just one or the other? Come on, they've got to have done something to you.
Well, in 2021 at Loretta's,
Ooh, the way she said that.
there was this kid, a little
Oh,
boy,
God.
that came over and was really impressed with Nat's son's truck. And
Oh God, this isn't the one with the tires.
Yep.
the
Yeah.
squatted truck.
With the squat in the back.
I remember texting him one weekend, like, "Hey, we're gonna go ride," and he's like, "I'm installing these rims and tires on my son's truck," and I was like, "And you're still gonna call him your son?" So I recall those rims and tires. Yes.
Yes. Well, he had some few choice words about that truck, and he really loved it. But then he decided to hang out a little too much, and my dad told him that he should just keep trying to hang out with me. And he hung out with me all of Loretta's.
We made a bet that he couldn't get your Snapchat.
Yes, and he wasn't going to unless Nat made me give it to him. That poor kid.
Kid was so in love.
Oh yeah.
He couldn't just.
Was he just smitten, just puppy dog eyes
Yeah.
looking at her the whole
Yes.
week?
Oh, and he was like from Louisiana with the thickest accent you've ever heard. It was the coolest
Tell
thing
me he had
ever.
a mullet. Did he have a mullet?
I don't think
don't
he
think
did. I think
so.
he was just a little
No,
blonde
but
hair.
man, listening to him talk was so fun.
We'll tell you what he said afterwards. It's not appropriate.
I don't think the show's appropriate. So
Wow. Yeesh.
It was pretty
He got her Snapchat, but then she blocked him.
on everything.
Yeah. Oh, good times.
all right, so tell me about some family stuff, some fun moments. We got your little sister over here cowering in the corner, like, what the hell am I doing here? You know, your mom. Let's give some funny moments that you've had with him over the years.
Well, my mom and my sister are the horse girls, so they do horses, and me and my dad are the moto side. But in 2024, I broke my ankle, and
Is
Allie.
this the one that Claire was talking about, where you had to finish your points?
Yes, it was. And I got surgery, but my summer plan was to go to VMD, and I was so disappointed that I could not go. But with the little sister that knows, what makes me more mad in the world is watching other people ride when I can't. And so she decided, why not I take Lexi's spot and go race for her? So Allie, went out there, had a grand old time riding and racing, and ever since, that's the only race she does of the year is VMD.
And she doesn't ever want to race, but she wanted to race really bad that year.
Yes, just because I couldn't.
So, Allie, tell us, was that just to upset your sister? I like it.
Yeah, I was not happy after that one, but it's all right. It's all right.
Especially after you saw the competition, you're like, oh my God, I could beat these girls all day long. This
So-
is the worst.
Were you there watching it then?
Yes.
Yep.
And this is actually one of the. I was still on crutches and still getting there. I don't know. I was probably a week or two out of surgery. Still just learning the ropes of crutches. And in the airport bathroom, if anybody's on crutches, make sure the floor is not slippery because I wiped out so hard. And I was so embarrassed. And the only thing my sister said to me was, "What the heck is wrong with you, Lexi?" And she didn't even help me up.
Did you step over her as
She rushed into the stall, and I was like, "This is so embarrassing."
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah, bathroom floors, not the cleanest. So I
And
could
not the
see
place I
that.
would want to lay in an airport bathroom.
Ooh.
And
Yeah,
it even dented my boot. I don't know, it's like a open in the front, and it was, I don't know, what,
Aluminum or
aluminum something in the back, and it dented it. I hit so hard. I was like, that one hurt.
Yeah, you learn real quick when you're on crutches how to tell textured grippy floors
Yeah.
versus glossy, not so grippy floors.
No, and I went through crutches like nobody's business. Like the bottoms of them would go straight to metal. Because I didn't, it was in the summer. I did not want to miss out on anything that anyone did. So I
And
made
you were
sure.
non-weight bearing for 8 weeks. So it was a long time.
It was July to October.
Math is.
July to October, so more than 8 weeks.
Yeah, it's a little more than 8.
Yeah,
think it is.
because my
I'm
beginning
from
of my
Florida, I don't
sophomore
know.
year, or my beginning of my junior year was all on crutches, and my mom made me use the elevator. I was so embarrassed.
Wait, your mom made you use the elevator at school?
Yes.
Was she there making you get in the
My
elevator?
mom's the security officer at the high school, so yes. Unfortunately, she was there, and the stairs were gonna take me out eventually.
You got to go backwards and hurt
Yeah.
yourself further. Okay, so
So-
it's probably wise of your mom to make this call that you had to
Except
use
for
the
it was
elevator.
it's really embarrassing having the elevator key and waiting for the elevator.
It was probably 6 months ago or something. I was telling somebody I've probably spent a total of 2 to 3 years of my life on crutches. So you get good at it at
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
point.
I was just going to ask you how many times you've been on those things, and you just answered it.
Yeah, I at least have 6 pairs in the attic.
Anthony's good at wadding it
yeah.
up.
I actually remember like racing people, like people that weren't injured. I'd be like, "All right, here's a set of crutches, race me," and I'd wax their ass. Like there's a way you can pop, and then hop to it and just get going. Yeah.
One of my sponsors that I did the podcast with, he at pretty much the end of my crutches, he broke his foot. And so we had crutches races at the track, and that was pretty
Nice.
cool.
Yeah.
Well,
I
and
won
that-
every time, but I'm a double hopper on crutches. So I like double hop. then
Yeah,
crutch.
you
Yeah,
gotta
it gets me
t-t.
pretty quick. Yeah.
That was at the race that Claire was talking about where you were on crutches.
Yes,
And
because
you had-
when I broke my ankle, I didn't even crash. It was just flat land.
It'd be that way sometimes.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool. Like I raced when I broke it, I got off the bike when I got back. So I finished the race, but I stepped down one time and I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's done! Like my foot's broken." But then I convinced my mom. My mom came later that night and she was not thrilled. But I convinced her to let me race the next morning because I needed the points. So I raced one moto the next morning. She took me to the hospital, and then it was like in September. It was the one makeup race, and I showed up, crutched up to the line, and raced one more moto just so I could win it. Just
Yeah.
for the trophy.
Oops.
Oops.
Was it one of those where you like left the boot and the pants and everything on, so you didn't have to take the boot off to race the next day, or you dealt with getting the
No,
boot off?
I had to use his boots. My ankle was so swollen.
Oh jeez.
It was bad. Like
You had a cankle.
Yeah.
like my knee to my toes was completely purple. It was bad.
I was the next moto on the line, so I'm up there with a boot and a tennis shoe waiting for her to pull off so we can switch and put my boot on and I could go.
And getting that boot off was the most painful.
Or holding the
thing
gate
ever.
up.
I hate to admit this, but at the Lincoln Trail Regional, I went halfway to the gate with my tennis shoes on.
Oh, jeez.
And then went,
Like,
oh God!
shit.
And turned around. I was like, oh shit, because I wanted to gear down in between so much, and I just had everything on and text a bunch of people about to go out for motos, and yeah, didn't think about boots. Yeah, that was a fun experience. Yeah, forgot about that. So, unless you had any other funny, good stories about that you wanted to
No, I
brag
just
on your
think
sister.
The only other, I don't think there is any. She has a lot of funny ones, but I think that was the best one.
So what do you remember as your first race?
I don't remember my first race was at Eddyville, right?
Thurston County.
Well, the only one I remember was
Yeah.
Eddyville.
That would be your second
And it was my
race.
second place trophy. And I still have that thing on my wall. I was
Hell yeah.
so stoked to get that second place.
So what's Eddyville? What kind of track is that?
That's Goldendale. Yeah.
It's Grand Prix-ish.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Grand Prix.
Out in the desert.
What age are we talking then?
We're talking 4 years old.
Oh, damn, you can remember that far back?
Well, I have that trophy. I have those pictures. It was like the best day of my life.
I do think that's one thing, because my kid, I can show him things when he's like 2 and 3, and he's like, oh yeah, I remember that, and he can give me certain details too. And I think a lot of that is having pictures and they get shown it throughout.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
enough to keep memories on. Now, yeah, he's only 7, but I do think that you'll be able to carry that on,
Yeah.
because there's way more access to pictures and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can remember, I can look back at ones like 10 years old, and kind of it'll pull me back just enough. Well, I mean, you guys can't, because you didn't have pictures, right?
No,
I
maybe
mean,
It's not that long
Polaroids,
ago.
Are they color?
Oh my
Newer
God! Here we go.
I actually was going through my dad's pictures a while ago, and I found the coolest pictures of you two on jet skis and trucks and dirt bikes.
Tell
I
me they had
had
a
some
mullet.
tons of hair.
Really? I thought you were
No,
born
I
bald.
probably didn't.
No, you were probably bald.
I was
when I met you
balding.
at 20.
Bald as fast.
You know,
Rumor.
so my wife was cutting my hair last night out in the driveway, and she goes, "Babe, I say this with love. The back of your head's getting a little thin." And I was like, I don't got to look at it. Whatever. But I thought about it later, and I was like, shit.
It's okay.
It's catching up to
It's
me.
okay.
I don't have my dad's hairline, though.
Well,
so,
lucky for you.
yeah.
Oh, jeez. You guys haven't mentioned how much, like, are you going to talk about him
Yeah.
Going
we're
to-
getting to there.
these different races?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have one you want to bring up in particular? Sounds like it's
Oh
on
no,
your
we have lots of stories of the Desert 100 and other races in Nevada and
Yeah.
just the chaos that you could
The
do back
road
then without
trips.
any cameras and just chaos. Going to the sand dunes in Oregon, sleeping under the van because it was like raining too hard or something. It was
Remember, we were going to Tonopah, and we stopped at the sand dunes for a day and never left.
yeah, it was
I want to know why you would sleep under a van instead of in the van. Wouldn't it make more
We didn't
sense
have
to
any-
take the bikes out? sleep in
no,
the
we didn't.
van?
We had a little bench in the back and the bikes were slammed back there, so there was no room to sleep. So it was
Take
better.
the bikes out, though.
Yeah, but it was still too short. We could slam 3 in there.
And it was just metal.
Yeah. It had flames.
It was far
Chicks
from
dug it.
today's moto vans.
Yep.
I'd love to see some pictures of that van if you
Oh,
have
there's
any.
still tons of them.
We painted that van ourselves. It was badass.
I do actually remember when I first told Nat that I was starting this thing, he was like, "Man, I got to get my buddy Dan on at some point, but I don't know, like he's in Washington, it'd be hard to get here." And so, but here you are.
We're here.
Made it
Yeah, that's why I'm like,
Yeah.
Anthony, they're both going to be here. He's like, can you bring them? Like, oh my God, we got one night with them, but we'll do it.
Yeah, and he also said that you're gonna be here on the 20th. So then I texted him that week.
Yeah.
And
Oops.
was like, "Hey, let's schedule for this week." He's like, "They're not even gonna be here. They're not gonna be here on the 27th." And I was like, "You told me the 20th." And he goes, "Oh shit, I did."
Whoops.
Knowing someone was trying to go get ready for something else.
Yeah. Yeah, not really that important though. Sidelines.
Not for me.
So, Lexi, at what point, and I feel like we've all had this at some point, did you feel something click? And you're like, this makes sense. I have speed now.
I definitely think it was during COVID when I was big into soccer, and I wasn't big into it. I loved basketball and soccer for a while, and as soon as COVID hit, I was not the girl that wanted to video myself and send it to my coach that I did 100 shots or I dribbled the soccer ball around. And we tried for Loretta's in 2021, and ever since then I was like, I know I can do this. I want to do it. Let's go full in. So
Was there anybody that kind of outside of your dad, because nobody listens to their parents, I've learned that with my son, that actually kind of helped you get to that level?
Well, it's a really funny story because when I was young, he didn't race for a while, and he tried to tell me something. I looked at him, I was like, do you even know how to ride?
I got back into riding that weekend.
Yes, ever since then, he's been riding with me. But just even, like, everyone used to tell my parent or my mom that dirt bikes was a phase for me, that it would just be over with, I'd find something else. But it obviously was never there. And so I just kind of, like, mainly my parents and my sister are kind of what got me there. Like, Nat, we would always have, like, the good memories of Desert 100 or whatever, but no one, I mean, there's other people, like, I would always look up to, but it was never, like, I don't know, there's nobody who had the footsteps that they went to Loretta's and they went to that I really followed in the footsteps. Because I guess before I went to Loretta's the first time, I had no clue what it was. Just all the boys would say, you can never make it to Loretta's, Lexi. I'm like, yeah, I can do this. I'll make it.
Well, and she's passionate about it more than, like, people are like, oh, it's just 'cause you rode, right? No, she's 24/7 dirt bikes. We'll be in the car probably driving here. She said, oh, Dad, did you hear about so-and-so moving to this team? I mean, if she's not on a bike or training to ride, she's looking at stories of bikes, reading about what's going on. You know, most all of her friends are into dirt bikes. I mean, it's
There's
it's her
no
life.
school friends. I've always struggled with that. Like my mom always wanted me to have school friends and stuff, but no one ever really connected with me except for my friends that I ride dirt bikes with.
You know, that's kind of a weird thing that I've thought about recently. Like, if, like, most of my friends are moto related. Like, if I quit riding, I don't know. Would I just bury myself in a hole? Would I actually have to,
I would,
reach
yep.
out to find normal people to be friends with?
Yeah.
I mean, I've got people that I'm friends with that aren't my rate, but like, yeah, my core group of people, that's really all that it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've kind of thought about that, like, what would happen if I can't do that anymore? So
It's also like really hard. Like, yeah, there's not a lot of girls that ride dirt bikes, but also goes with like there's
Nat's
not.
here.
Yeah.
Come on now.
But that also goes with like there isn't a lot of girls that ride. So like I don't know 3 girls that I ride with that are my best friends, but it's Oregon, it's Montana, it's California. They don't live in Washington, so I only see them at the races.
Yeah.
And like all my close friends that I ride with all the time back at home, like there I have one friend that who texts me the day of, hey, let's go trail riding today. So we go trail riding, but it's all guys, and so everyone's like, oh, all you do is hang out with guys. Like, so I'm like, yeah, because the only people that ride dirt bikes are guys. The only ones that are nice and want to ride and I actually want to be friends with are guys.
There was a 70-year-old man at the VMD that he was on some old piece of shit YZ, or no, maybe an RM250, and she goes, I'm riding that long. I'm going to be riding when I'm 70. I'm like, oh my God. She's like, all I think about. Motorcycles, like dirt bikes. It's the greatest. We're doing this every year forever. She's all in. She's special.
hey, look,
Needs.
I told my wife, as long as I'm physically able to, you're gonna have to deal with this. Is like first started dating, me always gonna ride, and if I break both my arms, you gotta wipe my ass. I was like, those are the 2 things that if you agree to this, we can move forward. And then somehow she's got out of wiping my ass.
Let's keep it that way. Let's keep it this way.
Days. No, one of these days it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds like Nat wants to do it.
Wait till you're 80 or something.
I don't know. I mean, I was 16 years old, and my sister had helped me off the toilet when I was on crutches. So I couldn't get up.
It sounds like she walked over you going to the toilet too, though. So
Yes, she did. Payback.
All right, so this segued a little bit earlier, but I definitely wanted to know any issues with beating the boys. Like, have you ever heard a parent tell their kid, don't let that girl beat you, or you just heard them belittle their kid after you beat them? Come on,
There's just like
gotta be
some
something.
things like that here and there. They're like, oh my gosh, the girl beat you. But it's mainly like on the track. Like if a guy sees a girl in front of him, or like I'll be at the track and I'll be in front of a guy, they literally purposely try to get at me, or they go so far, like they ride so far over their head that they crash and get hurt. And then there's this one kid who was right behind me, got a video of their crash, but they were trying to pass me and they broke their arm, or whatever they broke. I don't even care. But they blamed it on me.
What?
Yes.
So did you hear the reasoning how it was your fault, or did it not
It was
get
just my
that
fault.
far?
It was just my fault. No, 'cause I turn off my ears when he's around. But when I heard that it was my fault, this is gonna be a problem here.
Just watching her just at VMD, the guy behind her, he's like, oh my God, her ponytail's hanging out. I gotta beat this girl. And they try, and they usually eat shit, and it's pretty hilarious. Oh,
It's usually out of town. We don't have any problems. It's
But
like at a
local.
hometown local race where the
Yeah.
kids that know her and they have something to prove because they can beat Lexi. That's when usually we have the issues. But no, it's fun. And then there's also the hometown. There's families that are huge supporters, like huge. A lot of the help that we get, going to the races is from
Hometown
local
members.
hometown families that are moto families, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I feel like you get one side, like you get both sides of it, right? It's almost not in the middle too much. You get one side of the hate and you get one side of the love, and
Yeah.
you get it almost equal.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more one side or the other at times.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's it's what it is. It's probably in soccer and basketball and every other sport, but it is pretty cool to go home and go to a practice at our local track and have all the parents coming up like, we've been watching on TV and we saw her name on the live timing, and just excited about it. So that's the really cool part.
Yeah, and I do feel like there's going to be plenty of those times too where you'll hear the things in the stands not knowing, and
Yeah.
you just gotta just do the side ear, listen,
Yeah.
give a little chuckle on that.
Yep. I've had some parents come up and ask, "Are you Lexi's dad?" And you're just like, "Yeah," and like, we have so much fun watching her, and it's pretty neat.
Yeah, and I have so many people come up to me, and like even my sister, I told her that she had to ride 2 times before she came to VMD. Like she didn't ride all year. I was like, you gotta have some time on the bike. So she was riding the local track with me, and she was riding my bike and wearing gear with 73Y on the back. And this guy comes and talks to her and had this whole entire story, and she didn't say anything. She goes, "That's my sister." I was like, "Owie." I was like, "You should have just went with him." I go, "Yeah, that was awesome," but that was my sister.
Yeah, but I feel like if she's a horse girl, like those things are way worse than what we deal with.
Oh
They
yeah,
have a
I
mind
agree.
of
And
their own.
way more expensive. You think dirt bikes are expensive? Times that by 2. You can turn off a dirt bike and not pay a dime. That thing? Nope.
Yeah, it needs food, clean up the shit. You gotta do all kinds of things.
A lot of it.
You'd handle all that?
Nope. She's all in on that, just like Lexi on dirt bikes.
Last time I rode a horse, we were in like Cherokee, North Carolina, 2011. Wife and I went up there, and yeah, got fucking bucked off.
Those things are dumb.
And what's funny is I literally got bucked off the front, tucked and rolled, jumped right up, wiped knees, and got on. And the guy's like, "I've never seen anybody do that before." I was like, "Well, we're at the furthest point. We got to get back." You're like,
Yeah.
"Yeah." He's like, "Are you hurt?" I was like, "I'll be fine. Let's go." I was like, "I'm fucking over this horse." Yeah, fun times with those things. Still cutting out. There it goes. All right, so try to get in some father-daughter stories. So Dan, what's the funniest thing you can remember her doing as a kid at the track?
Well,
Uh-oh.
other than the "do you even know how to ride" story, which she kind of already told. There was one time when she was, I think, on 65s, and we were at our local arena cross. Maybe eight. No, it was 65s because that thing was temperamental, and she didn't want me to come to the starting gate with her. She wanted to hang out with her friends, and she kind of gave me the push off, and "Dad, I got this." And so I'm like, "All right." So I walked up into the stands, and I'm sitting with Allie and my wife, and she gets on the gate, and the thing dies, and she can't get it started. And they're holding up the moto, and she has this look of panic on her face. I sprint out of the stands, run behind, get on the bike, get it started, and get her going. And from that point on, she's like, "Dad, I need you at the line."
I don't even remember that.
Yeah,
65s.
you were there with Cooper and a bunch of your friends, and you were going to be cool and not have me at the starting
I don't
gate.
need Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one of the other arena cross ones I remember is he got hurt, and he told my mom that I wasn't allowed to race when,
Oh, yeah.
when he got hurt. And I either won it or got second. I think I won it.
Yeah.
My first arena cross I ever won, I FaceTimed him with that trophy in my hand, and I was so stoked. And he was in the hospital. He was
Yeah, I
not
was in a
very happy.
hospital bed, like 300 feet from the arena where the
Like
race
across
was.
the street?
Yeah, it literally was
Yes.
across the street.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, my sister-in-law, who was gonna watch her, and she wasn't gonna race,
Let her
Just
race.
let her race, and yeah, she won, and yeah,
That was awesome.
yeah, it was good. At least you were with Aunt Christy, and she took care of you.
Yes. I can let Aunt Christy let me do anything. Just ask her.
They're supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Nat, be real. Which one of them is more stubborn?
Oh, Lexi by far. She's not really stubborn. This one over
I was
here.
gonna say, I was literally
Yeah.
about to say, she and her mom can
Yeah.
be included as well. The
Yes.
Y family. Which one's more stubborn?
Oh, Allie wins all of it. 100%. Lexi is very outgoing. She'll go do whatever. So it's not much stubborn. There's a specific when she's at Loretta's. I helped at one start. She has a routine. I just do what she says, and she's very specific. Has letter B, and they're in race mode. Even with Dan, it's their race modes, and you'll be in it when you're there too.
I will.
So yeah, you will.
Yeah, you will.
Do you
You'll
know-
be in the zone.
It's lock-in zone.
All right, so some of the things that I'm planning, one of my buddies gonna bring the jean speedo.
Oh,
and be
God.
my umbrella man.
Is he gonna wear it?
Yeah, well on the line. We'll see if AMA kicks
Oh.
him out or not, but we're gonna go through it. Do you even know about the jean speedos? Did he
Is it
tell
in
you about
there?
that?
No, but I definitely.
No,
None of them are in there.
no, we're full
Oh.
nude. Full nude there.
Oh,
But also, I want to take an IV bag and hang it from my umbrella, and not like it just have it taped to my arm or whatever, and just be on the line waiting for staging like I have an IV.
oh my
See
God.
if
You're
anybody
gonna get
says
so
any-
kicked
says
out.
anything and gets protested. I already told you about my plan on the start, doing wheelies and 360. Like, I don't really give a shit. Like, yeah there's gonna be no nerves. If anything, doing that shit helps me to not care or be nervous anyway. So
Well, it's a 42-man gate.
Yeah.
Like there's not. It's tight. Like from end to end, it's handlebar to handlebar. It's tight, and even when the gate drops, you'll be surprised at how tight it is into that first corner.
oh, I bet. I do wish it was a left-hander a little bit more, having the rear brake.
me too.
But
You won't be anywhere near the rear brake. You're going to be on the gas
Wide
all
open.
the way
Especially at
around,
Mutter,
wide
you're gonna
open.
be riding in.
oh yeah. Well, I will say I'm down from 186 to 157. So on a 450, I think I should be able to get a good
Oh
start.
my
so,
God.
You know.
God, that's better than I got down to about 230 from my race. So you're doing just fine.
With his desert tank on.
Yes,
19-inch wheel? No,
18.
18.
Yeah, I had a brand new bone stock KTM 350 XCF,
Oh, okay.
and people were, you go into the staging and all of
What
the
class was that?
in 50 plus.
50 plus. Okay.
All the contingency people come through. So Dunlop's making fun of me for having a 18-inch wheel with an AT whatever I had on it, and the whole shot guy, Tamer Whole Shots, like, you're the only person here, period, at the ranch that doesn't have a whole shot device. Like, after this moto, can you come over to our trailer and we'll put one on for free? I mean, it was.
Well,
Yeah.
shit, if that's all I get to
True.
get a free hole shot device, I'm
Yeah.
taking mine off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And hell, what that one dude raced a Mako in the plus 50 class.
Yeah,
not
and
too long
he
ago.
was
He
fast,
did good.
too, yeah. Yeah.
The first year we went with her, there's like an RM 252 stroke that I don't know how he made it, but it was smoking so bad it was a hunk. But he made it. I didn't make it.
So, what do you think? It had crank seals leaking?
Oh yeah, it had a lot of leaking.
It wasn't just two-stroke mixing.
Yeah,
There was
he's
some
full.
transmission fluid mixing in there too.
Yeah, it's a pile.
All right, so you were just talking about nerves and stuff. So who do you think gets more nervous on the line?
I don't know if it's nervousness. Dan doesn't.
I'm more nervous when she's on the
yeah,
line.
we're just freaked
Yeah.
out the whole time she's out there. Dan's done it so many times, and Loretta's was. I know it was a race for you, but it was extra. He's like, might as well. If I'm going to go race with her, I'm going to qualify.
Yeah, I just
Try to
wanted-
qualify, and it worked out. And yeah, he'll probably tell you how he finished and all that. But it was pretty epic seeing these two dum-dums out there in the mudder. But so
Yeah, I don't know if I'm looking forward to the mud. Like
it's not the mud; it's the ruts. And Dan will talk about it. It's just seeing
Yeah.
him out there, and we're on the sidelines going, "Why is he going so slow? I could ride faster than that dipshit."
Yeah,
Like, dude, those are anyway. So
That was the whole thing with her. The first year she went and I didn't ride. I'm like, why? She's not riding like herself. And Nat's there, and I'm like, Nat, she doesn't ride like that normally. Like, I promise she's faster than that. And then you go on the track and
see the ruts,
you
yeah.
actually ride the track. And I did practice, and it was dry for our practice day. I pulled off the track. I looked at Lexi, said, "Sorry for anything I ever said to you, and I'll never say another thing again." Like, it was the hardest thing I've ever been on.
So was there ever a drive where you guys went home after a race, never said a word to each other?
Probably.
Not really.
I think there's times where I'm
Your
just, like,
face was kinda
sad,
like,
mad. I don't know. But it's usually like I usually sing the whole way in the car, so I was probably singing the whole way home.
Yeah, we spend a lot of time in the car together, so that's kind of our time.
Nice.
Yeah.
I guess I kind of like I can be mad after a race, but like give me like 20 minutes and I'll be fine.
So where did the bug nickname come from?
That's just always
Just,
been my nickname.
yeah, always since she was a little kid. My wife probably called her that, and then it, turned into Bugger and
Everything.
Buggy.
And
Buggy,
my sister
Buggus.
can just add more
I was gonna
nicknames.
say
That's
she's
like,
over there chuckling right
Yeah.
now. What's
she-
your favorite one? Pooh Kitty?
Allie can name anybody. Like
Yeah.
nicknames are the biggest thing. Like we'll go to our house and I'll have friends over, and I'll be introducing someone to somebody, and then Allie throws in nicknames, and they don't even know their kid's real name. It's just a random nickname that she gives them.
I think
You'll
that's
have a nickname by the time we leave here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the calendar will help. Yeah, that's a Y thing. There's nicknames for everyone.
Like that's Tan Tan.
Yep, I'm Tan Tan. Nat-
Allie made it up. No clue.
Nat spelled backwards. And like beer can guy, or they're just special.
I hope I'm not creep.
Might be. We'll see.
Allie will give us a
We'll
little.
text you.
And Allie likes,
Yeah.
yeah, just Buggy drives her crazy, so we say it extra.
Yeah.
That's like moist to my wife.
Yes,
Yeah.
not
Oh
good.
my gosh, that's my mom's word.
Yeah.
She hates the word moist, but we tell her everything is.
Yeah, my son will just be there going moist, moist, moist. And she's like,
He's
about
your
to punch
son.
a 7-year-old. Oh my God.
He's your son. Don't even get started.
Yeah, he told me a joke earlier today that I was like, that's pretty funny. What bees make milk? He told me this.
What bees make milk?
Boobies.
Boobies.
Weird.
Yeah. I don't know where he gets it from.
Oh,
Wacko.
that's so funny.
We finally got him to stop running around the house naked. Yeah.
Probably starting to grow a little bit right about now.
I said that probably won't last long, judging by your calendar.
Oh, no. For my birthday last year,
Oh, God.
he got on that. And my wife took pictures. I don't know if he had underwear on. He probably didn't.
Nope.
Yeah.
Dad doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his idea. Yeah.
If you met his dad, it doesn't
Oh
make
my
sense
God.
at all.
No. No, I literally had like a poster child. Like my mom and dad are the nicest people in the world. Like everybody loves my dad. Everybody in the motorcycle industry knows him. Yeah.
And then there's Anthony.
And it's not like I can even blame drugs or anything of like what went. I don't know where I went wrong. I don't know. I think my fucks to give are very low. That's what it is. That's the biggest difference. My dad is more concerned
don't
about
care,
what
yep.
people think, and I don't care at all. So
Obviously.
yeah. All right, so let's get in some dad and Nat stories.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, come on, hit
Okay,
me
I'm
with
taking
some.
a pee break then.
All right, well, actually, since you're doing that, and you said something earlier about the KX65, we'll give us a few minutes the other day. I think I was telling you guys about this. I bought the blown up KX65 and the running 65, and my son was very proud about what we did. So I'm going to play you guys this little video that we took, if I can get my mouse to come on the right thing. And then, because I could use a little pee break too. And you guys probably need a new beer and all that other stuff. So, yeah, here we go. Here's a
Oh,
quick little
geez.
video, like a minute long. You guys can enjoy while we're taking a little break.
B, tell us what we did here today.
So, we put, this motor was in here, and we took it out and put it in here. And then we took all the plastics off this besides this part and the front fender. And we just put all of them on here.
Yeah,
And the seat.
yeah. What do we do with the bars?
lowered them.
So we put these adapters, so we put YZ125 bars on here so we can move these really far up, right? And we still got a lowering link coming for the rear, and we got to get another seat. We're going to shave that sucker down, right? And then what are you going to do with this thing?
Ride it.
Oh, you sound very enthused. I'm going to ride it. That's how I ride it. Is that what you guys say? What else you got to tell me? Anything else?
Frankie's gonna ride it in another guy's face. I know it.
Yeah.
Turn the volumes back on. So I was also telling you about him riding it for the first time. All right. So on the way up there, I was trying to encourage him to ride it by himself because he was like, I don't want to ride it today. And I'm like, dude, come on. You'll be able to ride it. It's fine. I'm going to get on the bike with you. We'll ride it around. I'm only going to let you ride it by yourself if I think you're okay. And I let him have the throttle and kind of just held on to the shrouds, and he had complete control. But on the way up, I said, if you can start it with the clutch on your own and ride it, I'll buy new plastics for it. And fun fact, you know how the new KLX 110s have the newer style plastics? There's a guy who does a podcast in Sweden. Like I searched Google, did all kinds of things, and I somehow came across this. You can adapt the plastics to work with that. So I hit him up, and he didn't do a video, but he sent like picture instructions of what he had to do to make it work. So I'm going to make a video of it, but I told him I would order the upgraded plastics and all that stuff if he actually took off. So, son of a bitch did it.
Oh, jeez.
I was like,
That is awesome.
get on the peg.
He nailed it.
So one thing to notice too, so this is a cool little thing. If you get bar adapters, so you take off the KX60 bars, you can buy 7/8 to 1/8 adapters. They stick up about that high. Those are YZ125 bars on there because I took them off my 125 because they felt really small. When I get up my 450 to 125, I feel like I'm in. So put the bar adapters on there. You can angle it back, and if you notice, look how the forks are sticking up.
Yeah, we saw
Like
that.
they're way, way higher, right? Like, dude, that thing slammed like 5 inches. So you can do some mods to that thing to make it to where you can get somebody on one way sooner than before.
That's awesome.
And I was doing all this stuff, like I'd taken forks apart and was like, all right, what can I cut? All right, I'm going to cut the spring, and then I'm going to weld it back up. I'm going to cut this thing and do all, and then my buddy is like, no, just do this. And I was like, oh, that's actually genius. So, but yeah, I was very surprised because unlike me, he's more.
He's got skills.
No, he's like calculated, and he's not going to go outside of comfort. Like he's only going to do something if he feels comfortable with it. So I was very shocked that he actually did that. But yeah, you talking about her on the 65. It kind of made me think of that. And also, yeah, I tried to get him to kickstart it. It ain't there yet.
Yeah.
But we'll get there. Do you remember having to start your 65 back in the day?
I remember 85 days, but I don't remember a lot of the 65 days.
Well, I made the mistake of putting a recluse in your 65, so
Yeah.
she didn't learn the clutch until the 85.
You know,
That was big.
I thought about that with that. But I was also kind of like, you know, because I've got a KLX 110 that I'm going to do the same bar risers to because I got a 65 front end on it. So I'm going to get the thing back to stock level. And I think I'll put him on that for a little bit to learn shifting.
Yeah.
And then, all right, but here's the clutch side of it. Because, hell, I mean, he already hated his P-dub. And I think major part of that was just getting to the E2 and then the E5. Like, you have instant throttle. Like, there's no, you know, like you get with the two strokes or any of the other stuff. And I think that's going to be a big thing that a lot of kids are going to kind of not have.
True.
Yeah.
And it's kind of interesting, too, because I think as it keeps going, it's not going to be long before there is a 65-ish electric bike. And then
Yeah.
there's an 85-ish, you know,
Yeah.
electric bike.
I think
and
it'll be
then-
all sizes.
Yeah, it's going to just, it's not far away. Especially when they get the, I know the name of the battery. I'm drawing a blank on the name of it. But whatever the next battery change is going to happen, because that's going to be big step it's gonna what-
Energizer?
No, not the commercials you would watch in the 40s.
Once they start being AMA legal, it'll be
Yeah.
every bike.
Did you see the patent that Yamaha had like 2 years ago? So they have a thing. It's not really a clutch, but what it does is it acts as a clutch lever, but as you pull it in and release, it gives an extra boost of energy. Yeah, like look it up. There's a weird patent that came out a few years back, and it's like, oh yeah, stuff's coming.
Yeah.
But anytime that you see stuff like that, especially with Japanese manufacturers, it's a good 5 years before it's actually
They're
like
slow.
out in the world. Yeah.
Honda's had that electric bike kind of they've been showing for years now.
Yeah.
Yep. Nothing.
And I feel like the only reason that surfaced sooner than it normally would have was because the VARG came out. And they were like, hey, we got to kind of show that we have something out for this.
Yeah.
But it's going to come.
Yep.
I don't know about you guys, but I've still refused to ride a Stark, mainly because I know I'll have to buy one.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that yet.
Yep.
All right, so we were talking about some Nat and Dad stories. So the main one that I remember you telling me about was the Baja 1000. Right?
Well, that's for Dan. Yeah,
Yeah.
Dan
Nat
is
wasn't there
Dan's
for
the
that one.
master of doing the cool shit for sure. Pretty epic. I think I texted you last night there's a movie about their team and all the effort that goes into that. I texted you. That's the name of a movie that's out. What's it called?
Keep the bike moving.
And it tells all about the chaos that they did as a team and got to the end. And
Yeah.
it's truly a professional video. It's no half-assery there. So, but anyway, Dan can tell you more about the experience.
So
It's pretty.
what year was that? Because the only one that I remember watching or was kind of like was Dust to Glory, right?
Yeah.
So
This
was
is like like they kind of use that as a template, but the team that I did it with is some guys from Idaho. They're called the North Idaho Racers, and it's just a group of guys that have gone and done Baja several times, and I got lucky enough to be a replacement for somebody that had to bail out last minute. So I didn't get to experience all the work and effort they put in, which was a ton. I mean, these guys, the most organized thing I've ever seen, down to where we did rider changes. They had aerial photos from GPS of the spots where we would change riders with coordinates, and I mean, it was well done, but it was fun. It was the experience of a lifetime, and it was a group of guys that just had fun. It was good, and it was a bucket list thing.
Yeah. No, like just riding Glamis for me or Glen Helen is like a bucket list. Just growing up on the East Coast the whole time. But I am curious, what would you say the cost of that was then?
I think we had two teams go. We had a over 50 pro team and then an unlimited pro team. And I think I remember them talking about $35,000 for the two teams. Yeah. They did a lot of fundraising and had a lot of good sponsors. So like the cost for me to actually do it, I think it was $1,000 maybe.
Oh, wow.
Like all of our gear was, sponsored by Fast House, and I mean it was very well done. And it's a pretty cool documentary that they did. They had he was a new filmmaker at the time, but he did a full documentary, and it's top notch. It's won a ton of awards at film festivals, and it was a cool experience.
So what year did that come out then?
It came out not far after the race. Like it was in 22 or 23.
Because you did Loretta's and Baja in the same year.
Yeah. Yeah, I knocked two bucket list things off after I was 50 years old in the same year.
So have you guys looked at the numbers yet to see who's show has gotten more views yet? Have you
I have
started
not.
comparing?
I
Well-
don't even know how to look at views on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
For the
Well,
thing.
you could look at probably for YouTube, but the Ultimate Rider's on so many different platforms. It's on Roku. It's on Amazon Prime.
And YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube. So I don't know how they gauge that one.
I'm sure the people that put it on would be able to tell you. but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just feel like a little competition there. You
Yeah.
guys could figure out who's
I
had
think
more.
hers will probably blow ours out of the water, but it
I
was
mean, a bunch of old guys or a bunch of cool kids. I mean,
Old guys rule.
Yeah, the old guys
Yeah.
rule.
It surprises me how many like older you people
Us people?
What in the
spend
world?
on YouTube, like a lot more than I really would think about. Like I've talked to a lot of older guys, and I'm like, yeah, where do you get that? And they're like, no, we just watch YouTube all the time. I'm like,
TikTok.
yeah,
man, that's a big TikTok.
TikTok.
I still don't have it. I refuse.
Don't
to
do
get
it.
Me neither.
Yeah,
Don't
refuse
do
to
it.
get it.
Yeah.
I'm more worried about the algorithm it's gonna give me. You know, like that's gonna show the kind of person I am.
Especially what you look at.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I
and-
want to see Wilders.
No.
Pull it up. Let's see.
It's just hot girls. Hot girls dancing or something.
I'm sure he didn't, but so when Nat texts me, he's gonna hate me for telling this.
Oh, jeez.
He texts me that there's a pro WMX racer staying at his house. I said, does your wife know? Did you leave her? What's going on here? He's like, dude, she's like my niece.
That's literally Uncle Nat.
Yeah.
Yeah. But still, that's all the context I had is, hey, you still doing a podcast? I got a pro SMX girl staying at my house. I was like, it's a little weird, bro.
Yep.
I need some more info
Nope.
on this. So then he said that, and I was like, oh, now I'm the asshole. So
True.
I'm always
Normal.
the asshole. Yeah.
Jeez.
So when you said about the 35,000, I got me doing numbers in my head, and I was like, all right, but that's gonna be about as half as what I spent this year going to Loretta's. So which do you feel is more expensive, Loretta's
Well,
or WMX?
oh, Loretta's.
Really?
100%.
I think we probably spend 10 grand to go to Loretta's for us from
Oh,
Washington.
because you said that you had to rent a fifth wheel, and that was $3,500, right? Is
No,
that
it
what
was
you
like it
texted
was
me?
like $1,500.
Okay, well his math is way off.
Yeah. No, I think every year that we go to Loretta's, it's about 10,000, and
Is that including regionals or just Loretta's?
just Loretta's.
Yeah.
So regionals, then maybe it's 15 if you, because we always do two sets of areas, one
Wait, one
regional for
regional.
her, two to get me to go. So
Wait. No, the women's now is the same, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
but
but he took
I
2
didn't
times
make
to
I
qualify.
didn't make it out of the first one.
He's not as good as you.
No.
Yeah. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yes, with that all in, and then WMX, other than the travel, like the cost to race it is really reasonable. They're making a real effort to grow WMX and make it doable for these women to make it to the races, because there's some of them that are supported and getting, travel and everything, but the vast majority of them are doing it on their own and doing it with their families, and that's why there's 6 rounds. She was telling us we're always going to try to lump it until it grows enough where it can do the whole series, but we're not going to add rounds, or they haven't added rounds because they're worried then it'll make it undoable for
Yeah.
people. So
And like it's super cool because the WMX isn't just anybody. Like I had to go through this whole process to get my pro card with B class results, WMX results, resume, people we know in the AMA, whatever. And I know people who didn't make it in, who didn't get theirs, and it was kind of cool just to see like they really are like we had to pay $300 to get our pro card after the fact, going through the process of getting it. And I don't know, it's probably like it's $125 for me to race. That's race entry, me getting in, camping for the weekend, whatever, and then his is $80 for a mechanics pass. So it's pretty nice.
that's the whole weekend.
That's literally and then of course
Yeah, it's
hotels
not
or
bad.
whatever.
Yeah.
But since we're not staying up there, but yeah, it's really nice.
And they're pitting them all together usually in the pits. They have autograph signings, just like the pro teams. They're really pushing to grow it. It's pretty cool.
Do they still kind of separate? Because there's some girls that are on like I forget the name of the team, but Lala and
Yeah, an Altus Yamaha.
yeah. So like I know they have like rigs that are
Yeah.
involved with that. So do they still make sure that all of them are together, or is it
No, like
still
if they're Lala's out of the Altus rig,
Okay.
and Michaela's out of the SLR Honda
SLR.
rig.
That's
and,
what I thought it was.
Yeah.
But I was like, I couldn't remember if it was that or Quad
Yeah.
Lock.
But everybody else, they try to park us all together, and
Good.
and it's cool because then all the girls get to hang out and meet each other, and she's making a bunch of new friends that we've never met otherwise.
Yeah. So I did hear, and this is secondhand from somebody who deals with this side of it, that there was quite a few girls that I guess still got in, and they had to pull their pro cards
Yes.
because they were not it, right?
Yeah.
So I was curious, kind of like what you've seen with that, or like what, like just from the other side of it, what you're like, is that a good thing that they're doing that, or is it more like a no, let them race, they're good enough?
I mean, I don't know. I guess there's some points that it would be not good for them to be out there just for like safety. But then there's also like, I don't know. They made it really hard for a lot of us to get our pro cards. Like I was talking to one of the girls who's getting top 7s, 8s, and she got denied twice. They needed more info for her to do it. They're like, nope, try again. Like we need more info on this. And it was Ava.
Yeah.
And Ava's
So she was getting 7/8 at the WMX rounds.
yeah, after the fact that she got her pro card, but to get it before that, she went through a whole bunch of stuff of them. Hey, we need more of this. I don't see that. Hey, we need more results. We need blah blah. And she's like,
They want it to be professional.
yeah,
Yeah.
Everybody's
It's understandable.
Yeah.
You don't want to
Yeah.
put something out and it's just laughing stock.
Yeah,
you
you've
know?
always been to a local race and seen somebody signed up in the pro class that couldn't win the C class. I mean, I see that. Yeah. That's what they're doing. And even when they issued Lexi her license, they said it's provisional for 3 races.
Yeah.
So until you complete your 3rd race, then your license is legit. And we didn't know. At home we race who we race, and we get to do some Loretta's stuff or Mammoth, but we didn't know when you put the 30 fastest women in the world together if we were going to make the cut or not.
Yeah.
It was, and some of the girls that made it in didn't make the cut. They were, a ways back, and I think for the TV coverage and the look of the sport and safety, they just dialed that back and said, hey, not this year, keep working hard and come back next.
And
type of
it's
deal.
good to encourage, like, hey,
Yeah.
look, you're not there yet, but you get there. Because
Yeah.
also, somebody could be very nervous on that stage
Oh, yeah.
and not perform their best. So that's good.
They
want to
grow the sport. They want full gates, but they also want it not to be, and they don't want it to be, where people are like, oh, this is ridiculous. Why are they doing this?
Yeah.
And as it is, the top 10, like, they're a different level. I mean, Lala and Michaela, and now they got the gal from the Netherlands and Lottie Vanderen.
Yeah.
yep. And then
they're
Mela
amazing.
Herrick.
Yeah,
she went out there on
yeah.
her birthday and raced and won it.
Oh, yeah, the first
one,
and
yeah.
then something
Yeah.
happened the second month.
Yeah, she got in a big pile
Bad
of
accident. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Women.
there's some of those women could race in the 250 class with the boys and be
Yeah.
mid pack.
I'm curious if they're going to allow some, like, hey, you're WMX, but you also can try to qualify for,
We've heard that
250
Lala's going to
class
try
or
next
whatever.
year.
Yeah,
So.
we think Lala's going to be the first to try, and we watched her last year at Loretta's get like an 8th or a 9th in the B class.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she can do it.
Yeah, and one of the other things too that I was gonna talk with a person who I heard this from, to be like, do you remember kind of road racing in 09-ish? Like
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
So one of the things that they did was they just had a huge drop off. The housing market collapsed and all this other stuff happened, and they were having problems with people getting pro license and racing who C-class level at road racing. So they basically said, hey, this is the top qualifying spot or time. You have to be within X amount of time to make it. If you can't get this time, you're not racing this race. So they would end up only having 17 racers total, but it was more prestigious to be one of those 17 racers than to have 30 people on the line and it be a danger as they're coming around and lapping kind of thing. So I was going to put that in their ear like, hey, just look into this a little bit.
I think
that could be a part of it.
As it grows, it'll be more like the guys, I think, where there'll be 60 people trying to get into a 40-man or a 35-man field, and they'll run during qualifying.
Yeah.
They'll do it like they do for the guys, because I think there's more and more fast girls popping up, and more women with a goal of getting there and training hard to get there. It's going to grow.
Yeah, and I don't think it should be within you have to be within 5 seconds, right? Because like you said, there's even on the 450 class, you've got this group, you got this group, you got this group, you got this group, and you got this group, right? So I think it would be smarter of them to figure out, all right, we're at this race. This girl is good enough to race this. Okay, this was her lap time. This was her average lap time. This was her qualifying lap time. Okay, let's see who the top person was. All right, we got numbers. All right, let's go to the next race. All right, and then do the same thing. Get the data together, and then from there, build something from that to grow it. And as it gets to be the 60-plus people, because then you can still have those issues of people getting through, or even make it easier. Don't make it as hard for the person that could get 7th and 8th. Let them in to qualifying. And then at that point, here's the numbers. You got to be within this window. If you can't be within this window, you can't race. But then you're also going to have those other things then that people will be like, well, this is a gray area, but mud race, blah, blah, blah. Nah, it should still work, right?
I think as there's more women's racing, it'll be easier to determine who gets a pro card and who doesn't, kind of like the guys. But there's not a consistent gauge. They wanted B class or better results. Well, very few of the women race B class with the guys.
Yeah.
Most of them are C class. So that's different. And then, at most of the women's races, there's not women's A, B, C, D. Some of them there is, but a lot of them it's women's 12 plus.
Yep.
So you can have women's 12 plus results, but who was there? I mean, she can go to a women's 12 plus and lap second place, and then she can go there also and get 12th.
And with that too, when you were talking about like the qualifying or the race results that they wanted, right? Like, what are they looking for? Are they looking for them to just be racing all the time locally? Does
I think
it need to be on a regional level?
They
Does it
wanted
need to be
AMA results. So I think, any of the big AMA stuff. But yeah, we got through it. We got it.
Yeah.
That's what we were after.
3 more to go, baby.
Yep.
Lexi, how would you feel about me transitioning to race against you?
Oh, I thought you were going to say transitioning.
I did.
Oh.
Do you need me to turn your volume up for you?
Oh.
Yeah.
She's used to racing against the vet classes because at almost every race, the women race the vets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. She could race you before your transition, and you could see what you think.
I don't want to be embarrassed, so I don't want it to happen. Okay. Is there a little joke there?
Oh,
A
no.
little inside joke?
no.
You have the calendar. We don't.
Oh, she has a calendar.
Oh. I have an old one.
I gave you one?
Do it now.
Are the
Hey, maybe
pages-
buy one or bought Tim's.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. You wanted to send it to Pretty Boy.
Yeah. Pretty boy threw it away.
All right. I don't have a lot of stuff written down for the Nat and Tim story, or Dan stories. Sorry. Got Pretty Boy on my brain now. Nat and Dan stories. So why don't you guys spitball some stuff? Tell me some things. You got to have some stuff up there that you could rattle around. Or,
I got a good one.
ladies, join in.
Go for it.
So we went to Wells, Nevada for the Wells to Wendover race. It was a desert race, and this is in the probably mid-90s.
Maybe the 1800s.
Yeah. So, the internet and cell phones weren't huge. If we maybe had cell phones then?
No.
We probably had a
In
pager.
the 90s? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you're kind of flying blind. You get a flyer at the shop where the race is, and we're driving 19 hours to Wells, Nevada, and Nat booked us a motel. We get down there, and he and I and our pit guy, Schlicker, and we open up the motel room door and walk in, and there's 2 queen water beds. It was quite interesting.
You guys thought that was going to be weird to have 2 queen water beds, so you shared one?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A hotel with a water bed was a little bit sketch.
A little bit sketch, but race results are pretty good.
Yeah.
Was there fish in the water bed?
I was afraid to look. Honestly, I
It
didn't.
was sketchy.
Yes, it was really sketchy.
Yeah. A lot of sketchy back in the 90s because you just had to pick a map and then call and see if they had a room available, and you booked it.
Yeah.
No idea. But we had a lot of good times riding these motorcycles. Places we've been, people we've met. Epic shit because it was just a different time than now. So we got into a lot of trouble and didn't kill ourselves and won some stuff.
It seems like you're holding out on the trouble. Elaborate.
Oh, it's just a matter of maybe got some guy's room number.
Pretty much grown women's now. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They can hear some.
They've heard it all. They've heard it all for sure. We might have had 1,000 beers on someone's room number that we heard, and maybe did good the next day in the race.
Yeah,
It was
our bikes had to get impounded, and we were there to get him out of impound, and Nat was eating a donut and barfed in his helmet. Threw up all over the ground.
It's not good.
Yep. Got the bike out of impound, and he got second overall in a 1,000-man hair scramble, 100-miler.
Good times. It was. There's lots more, but we've just been to so many places.
Yeah.
Motorcycles are the best.
Yes. even like Hatfield and McCoy trails.
Oh yeah, you've done a few of those rides since.
Yeah, and Dan's been on a majority of those things too.
Yeah.
It's same thing. It's just always camaraderie of dudes, and some days she'll have to go with us, but it might be a little different. Don't think you want to go, but
yeah, I came and did one ride with him in Kentucky, and this dude has a converted school bus that he hauled his bikes and everything in, and took us all to dinner every night in the school bus.
Yeah, farmers from Indiana. It was very cool bus.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a bus.
I was gonna say there was a guy that used to show up to the Seika races. I'd see that thing ad all the time, but probably a different one if he's from Indiana because he's not going to Alabama to do a local hair scramble race.
No, no, these are real farmers. But in any case, a lot of Hatfield time.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my coworkers just recently asked me about that if I'd been out there before, and I guess her and her husband took their side by side on some of them. And I was like, no, I got a buddy of mine. He's been a few times though.
No, Trail 199 is no matter which trail system you're on, 199 is always fucked up. You will die. It's very hard and grueling, and we had a coworker that would make sure that we took the B riders, even C riders, up this thing, so he could just laugh at them as they struggled and had heart attacks. And it was just an epic event to get them up the trail because they said, we'll never make it. So, yeah, you will. Just to get them there, and then they go, we made it. And it was because it was a bitch. And,
Remember Fred stuck me in the very back group one time with
Randy Hawkins.
With Randy Hawkins. And Randy and I had to get 6 of these guys that were terrified up these trails, and it was the most fun day ever. It was cool.
Yeah, just to see them at the end go. We made it up. They took the road back, needless to say, but they didn't go back on the trail. But it was
just to see somebody accomplish something
Yeah.
is always
Yeah.
really cool.
I said, "There's no way, dude. You'll make it. You help them, but West Virginia's pretty good.
Yeah, just
Yep.
go over there, take that line,
Yep.
do that.
There's no line. You just one, or you die.
Yeah.
So it's all good.
You guys ever done the Colorado 500 or looked into doing that?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, a bunch of my buddies go out each year.
Yeah, we've done a couple MSR rides back in the day in Colorado. They're more epic stuff as well. So wouldn't mind doing more of that. We've done a Moab trip, more epic. Just the ability to go. We'll pick that point over there, and we're just going to try to get there because there's no trail. Just go or the white line trails, which are hard but
Yeah.
just
We got to do that Baja ride again. That'd be awesome. That was one I would love to do again.
I don't know if I want to do a 1,000, but I would be down for one of the other Bajas.
I did the Mike Sky Ranch one. That'd be great to do that.
Just the tour that we did, the ride was even more fun than the race. We did 250 miles a day for 4 or 5 days and just went back and forth all the way down to Cabo. It was so cool.
Oh yeah, there was the Rip to Cabo.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
it was a version of that. Another guy that does that same ride.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one that I think that would be really neat. I mean any of them, even like Reno, Nevada, or the something 400.
Mint 400?
Mint 400.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be one I definitely would want to do.
Yep.
I mean, even like I grew up in Florida. That explains math and some of the other things. But yeah, the like sand there, it's different than what like the sand is. Because there was one time we went out to Vegas. It was like 115 degrees, middle of July, and my buddy and I were like, "Let's do a desert ride." So we had like KTM 520s, and I was like, "This was not what I expected the desert to be," you know.
Yeah.
So
Lexi got to go to Arizona and train with Destry Abbott for a week. And after hearing some of those stories and some of that, we talked about going and just doing a ride with him. He does 2 and 3 day, guided rides, and that would be a blast.
yeah. Yeah, I remember seeing, I think it was Moto 5, the movie, had him in it, or Moto 6, one of them, and it, like, showed, like, his house and some of the trails, and I was like, that looks like a lot of fun. Yeah.
Lexi and I got to ride in Park City, Utah with him for a week, and that was insane, too. Yeah.
Was it gnarly, like, difficult, or just...
I wouldn't even say it was like the most difficult trails, but there were so many people in a lot of them.
sucked.
It was hard enough that we had to help a lot of people get through sections, and it was some guys dropped out after the first day, but it was a blast. Yeah.
painful as dealing with riding through some of the trails at Durhamtown, getting stuck behind people?
Oh God. Yeah. Yeah, you told me the guys just breaking bikes, and it's just people had who are the money got to go on that trip, and some shouldn't have been there. Sounds like, but in any case,
Well, I think I'm kind of getting most to the end of some of my stuff. I'm trying to make sure there wasn't any things I missed. Yeah, hit a lot of that. Phone card. Who's the funniest girl in the pits at WMX?
I don't know. I think Ava is. She is pretty hilarious. She's always out there.
Ava Silvestri.
I think she's probably the funniest one out there.
Has there been any of them that, like, you expected them to be one way just from seeing them ride or be a certain way, and then you get to meet them and they're completely different? Like, tell me, like, what you thought they were going to be versus what they were.
Yeah, so there's this one, Kylie Alvarez. I saw her at every single regional pretty much. Loretta's, whatever. Her name was super big, always out there. And I was kind of like, I saw her a few times the first time, said hi, kind of just didn't really connect, whatever. And then Colorado came, and I was a little bit nervous to talk to her, but then we just became instantly best friends. Like, we were with each other everywhere. We went to go watch. We got ready together. It's just, like, completely, like, I'm scared to talk to her. It's like, oh, my gosh, like, stop, like, just stop talking, Kylie. Like, just, like, stop. So it was pretty cool to like have those friendships that like you first kind of like, oh, I'm not gonna talk to him, but then it's automatically like we talk to each other every single day, and I'm in Washington and she's in California.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot how you felt with me.
Stop it.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, isn't that the same way? It sounds very similar. And then you finally broke out of your cage, and
I know.
yeah.
He, she.
So I am curious, is there anything industry related that has surprised you? And when I say that, I mean like just either something you didn't expect to deal with being with the WMX, and that kind of touches on a little bit of what you talked about, like what you had to go through to get the points, or it could just be people dealing with interviews or dealing with obligations or dealing with certain things that come with the WMX. Is there anything that kind of took you by surprise with that?
I'm just like, I think the biggest thing that took me as surprise, like how many people, like when I first started announcing it, like I went through the comment section on some WMX posts and everyone was like, we have to watch these guys. We have to pay money to go to
Girls,
a race that they're
not
at.
guys.
Yeah, girls.
Sorry, yeah.
But, and then like when we get there, everybody's excited to watch the girls. Everyone's coming to talk to us. We have autograph signing, and our autograph line is bigger than any of the guys. Like I'm dead serious. Like it is the longest line.
Deegan's longer than Deegan's.
Well, he's never out.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, is it longer than Deegan's?
Yeah.
Because it's
huge.
weird.
Like
It's
the
actually
well, they put all the women together.
Yeah, like you were saying
and
earlier.
it's huge.
That's
it's
pretty cool
pretty
then.
cool.
Yeah.
And I think most people don't expect them to go as fast as they go.
Yeah.
Even to this day, like I have friends at home that I've ridden with forever and ever and ever, and even friends that I'm a lot faster than. And I'll say, "Oh yeah, Lexi's beating me big now. Like, I can't even keep her for a lap." But in their mind, they still can beat her. And then, we'll go riding somewhere and she'll do a couple laps and come back and they're like, "Yeah, I'm not going out." And then I'll meet people that I work with that are like, "Oh yeah, we ride. Let's go riding." And so we'll meet up at the trail system, and every now and then I get "Oh, I didn't know you were bringing your daughter. I thought we were going to go on a gnarly ride."
And you're like,
and
yeah.
Pretty soon we'll get to a spot where she's riding their bike up the obstacles because they can't.
I did that one time in what was it called? The finger throttle or whatever?
What?
The one guy who had the finger throttle, and I was like, I have no clue how to ride your bike up the hill.
Like a thumb throttle? Like
Yeah.
a quad throttle?
Yeah. I was like, how am I supposed to ride this thing up the hill?
That was in Colorado, wasn't it?
Utah. I don't
Or
know.
Utah, yeah.
One of the ones, I was like, I'm not riding that bike up.
Yikes.
Yeah.
What you got, Nat?
I don't know. I just.
I just got a lot of generics.
Yeah, I wouldn't. You mind just bragging on these guys? Just how many times have you been to Loretta's? What were your results? Same with Dan. Is like, what's or maybe what's your most spectacular race? Even if you didn't win, what made you?
Well, I've been to
most
Loretta's
proud?
3 times, and I've been in the 20s every time. Been to Loretta's 3 times. Been in the 20s every time, but I don't even know what my favorite race would be. I've had so many like fun ones, but I don't know if I have one that would be
My
like
favorite one that we all went to is Mammoth.
Yeah, Mammoth
Oh, I
is
wanna
definitely
do
a
that.
one that like that's my mom's favorite vacation, and we've only been one time, and she was so mad we didn't go this year. But she's like, yeah, that's my favorite one. Like it's just more of like a whole family. Like yeah, you have to get up at 3 a.m. in the morning to be in line at 3:30. But my mom's like, that was so much fun. And you go back, and we like stayed in this hotel where it, like surrounds like all these shops and pool. And we were playing cornhole in the middle of the alley, so it was really cool. That one's a cool
Yeah.
race.
Allie, what's your favorite vacation?
I don't
Usually
know.
she'll say the first Loretta's.
Yeah.
And even for somebody that wasn't riding, like it's,
First one was pretty fucking good.
yeah,
It was awesome.
Yeah.
it's the experience of seeing everybody and all the teams and
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, got into like the Yamaha Blue Crew thing, and then also I had the national sales manager for TLD on a show one time, so she got me in the TLD dinner, and I'm like, this is pretty cool. What other things can I weasel my way into? Like I do know there's a lot of those kind of things, but I feel like unless you know what they're gonna be, you got to kind of know how to get your way in them.
Yeah.
But so when you kind of said Allie just now, one thing hit me. I feel like we haven't got a lot of mom stories. And I feel like there's got to be some mom stories that you guys would want to throw out there. Because, one, she can't defend herself. She's not here.
This is perfect.
Right? So, Allie, I mean, feel free to kick Nat out of the chair, and you can take the headset. Come on.
She's too shy, but my mom is definitely like a horse mom. When she's at horse shows, she goes in a horse show mom mode, and you just let her go. But at the dirt bike races, she's more relaxed. Like, you want a snack? You need to eat. You need to eat this.
Yeah.
And there's like a few times, like one of like the biggest ones I remember. I don't know why I remember this. It was Washougal Amateur Days in 2022. It was my first race back from breaking my collarbone, and I was so nervous. I was like, last time I rode or raced, I broke my collarbone, whatever. Mom went to sign me up. She came back, and I was crying. Like, I was so nervous. She goes, what the fuck is wrong with you, Lexi? Like, get out there on the track. And I was like, oh, Mom, are you serious? But I think, like, what drives me, like, yeah, my dad will, like, tell me what to do, whatever, like, tell me, like, what to do on the track. But what pisses me off most is when my sister or my mom tries to tell me something. And no matter what they have to say, it pisses me off automatically, and I do not want to hear it. But she's always a fun one to have at the track. You never, I mean, she does the most unexpected things there, and
Yeah, she gets very nervous. She's not ever with us watching. She's does her own little watching points because she's nervous, and when it's over, she's right back there. But yeah, she's definitely the Lexi. Did you have enough to drink? Lexi, you need a snack. Lexi, you wanna this, or we need to wash your gear and do this.
Yeah.
It's very organized, very on top of all that stuff.
Is she holding pebbles? Do you understand what I mean by when I say that?
No.
So I've known a few moms. They hold pebbles based upon how many laps their kids are supposed to do.
Oh.
Because
really?
they get so nervous they can't keep track, and literally every time they go by, they drop a pebble.
Yeah.
And then
That's
drop a
pretty
pebble,
cool.
and then drop a pebble. Like I've heard plenty of moms
stands
do
by
that.
the finish line, just like
Yeah, I think she's just nervous and waits for the flag.
I feel like she'll hear about the pebble thing, and that's gonna be her new thing now too.
Yeah, could be.
But she's excited. Like, my dad's not going to be at Unadilla or Budds Creek. He'll be at Ironman, but my mom's going to be there.
I am very jelly of Unadilla because that's
too.
yeah. Well, they do the vintage race there, right? That you
Yes,
get to ride the real
yeah,
track, so.
for sure. It's just a little bit of a drive.
7 hours from Nat's house.
Yeah.
17?
It's a haul.
No,
I think so.
it's 10 hours.
No, it's 9 just to Virginia. To Central Virginia, and then you gotta keep going.
Pink tutu bet?
What's that?
Pink tutu bet?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll say that, Karen, you will never go hungry or never be thirsty with Karen.
No,
She will-
definitely not.
If
Yeah,
she wants to,
it's 13 or 14 hours from right here.
I was gonna say that can't be more than 13 hours.
Yeah. Oh.
Damn it! You didn't let us make the bet. I was trying to line it up. Just ruined it. Now I don't have to wear pink tutu at Loretta's.
oh jeez.
No, you already committed to that early on.
No, we didn't get there. And besides, I said 10. He said 17, so I win. I'm closer.
Well, it's 13 hours and 52 minutes. 14 hours.
That's if you don't get stuck somewhere. But
Yeah, but I'd be driving, so we'd get there in 12.
true.
So.
True.
But one thing that I picked up from what she was just saying is when she's telling her sister and her mom, like, that shows how much respect she has for what you have to tell her, though. Really.
Well,
if you think about it.
sometimes.
She's not going to admit it. She's not going to want to hear it. But you know what I mean. In the family dynamic,
Oh yeah.
she's going to respect what you have to say a lot more from that.
Sometimes. She'll get mad. Sometimes she'll tell me, Dad, you need to be harder on me, because I try to not tell her what to do and make it
steps
fun.
back, yeah.
And she's like, Dad, I need you to be harder on me. So I'll tell her something and it'll piss her off, and she gets a little fiery. And then if it happens to work, which this most recent time what I told her did work, then she comes back and she's like, I'm so sorry. But she can get she's a little firecracker.
No, but I think I need that, just that little, like, you need to get me mad so that I can go ride good. But
Yeah.
So what did you say?
I don't even remember what it was.
It was probably a line selection
Something
and
like, your
standing.
lines are crap. What's
No, it
fix
wasn't.
you?
It was go slower to go faster.
Well, yeah,
That
that's
one
a,
was,
oh, that
It
was
worked.
just this
It
weekend.
just worked. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
she's trained with several different people and a lot of really good trainers, but there is one person that I wouldn't even say it's his training that helps
It's his
you.
presence. Like,
If this dude's around, she is calm, confident, and his name's Brandon Kalberg, BKMX, and he has a way with Lexi.
yeah.
And like I said, it's nothing he's taught you riding. Like you've learned as much from everyone else coaching riding. He is just a confidence building.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. Like, I've done so many different trainings with different people. But when BK is at any race, like I was at Mesquite, and he told me like one thing on the line. My start, whole shot. I got a good moto. Like, it was a good weekend, whatever. He said, start again. Got a good start. It's just like, I don't know what it is. First WMX, he was there, and he wasn't supposed to be, and he surprised me. And I literally I had the most confidence I've ever had in my life, and I don't understand what it is. Like, I try to have the exact same confidence everywhere I go, but whenever BK's there, that dude, I don't know what's in my head or what confidence he gives me. I love it.
Do you have theories on this?
No.
I
got nothing.
just saw some squirming and stuff,
Yeah.
and I was like,
No.
I wonder if Nat's got a theory.
Just
on it.
there are people like that. You're like, oh.
Yeah. He has the way of talking to Lexi that works. And truthfully, you haven't trained on the bike with him very much.
Yes, I have.
You did when you were younger, but when he moved away to California,
Yeah, it's true. But even he'll text me before a moto or whatever, or call me before a moto, and I don't know what it is. Like, when I have that, I don't know what's in my head. Like, it just
Is
it
he your
works.
anxiety killer? Like, you have all
It
these
might be.
thoughts
He
and
is, yeah.
anxiety,
Yeah.
and then he just gets
He
it away.
kills it. Yeah, I don't know.
He's the anxiety whisperer.
Oh my God.
If anyone needs a trainer, California, anywhere, hit up BK. He's awesome.
All right, so in the next few days, if I start getting anxiety, can I text or call him?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I can
Yes,
just
call
I
him.
get
wonder.
around?
He doesn't have any riders. All his riders are pro right now. None at Loretta's, I don't think. Maybe
Oh,
he might
not
be at
Washougal.
Loretta's.
I don't know. He's just at Washougal, so probably not.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, he's awesome.
I'll have to look him up.
Yeah. BKMX. Awesome guy.
Well, anybody else got some stuff you want to hit on? I feel like you guys have a lot more stories.
Oh, there's
that
more. We
haven't
probably should have
tapped into.
prepared a little better. You know.
I mean, I kind of asked you guys both to give me some stuff to hit you on, but
Yeah.
I should
well,
have given you a few months at your age to finally remember it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
brain
you
doesn't
You'll
not work
remember
like
it,
that.
And then
Yeah.
You came and did the 24-hour race with us once, didn't you?
at Perry Mountain.
No,
No, in Washington.
we did it at Goldendale.
Yeah, 20. It was the 25 hours because it was daylight savings time. So
Seems like a terrible time
yeah,
to do a 24-hour race.
Halloween. Yeah,
It's pretty epic. It was another
and
good.
it's usually cold at night and rainy and gnarly and
No good lights back then. Like we just started getting HIDs and they would kind of work if
Oh,
you had them
guys
plugged
would
in.
have the giant ones that
Yes.
would
Yeah.
just rob all the power.
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. We had a couple on the helmet that would work pretty good, but yeah, there wasn't like it is currently. You don't even know it's dark out.
Yeah.
But we've done a couple 24 hours in Sultan,
Yeah.
Washington that were
Oh, that was the first ones. The butt stomper.
yeah. We had giant halogen, 2 of them on there.
Like
So
what
and
you
you-
see on the desert or
Yes,
Scott,
yep.
or not Scott Summers bikes.
Yep,
and stuff.
exactly.
On an
Yeah.
old WR 400.
Yep. And then when you wad it up, they're off, and it's pitch black, and you can't find shit. And that boogeyman dude was out there in the woods.
Yeah, they
Didn't know
had
where he was.
a dude dressed up in a Bigfoot outfit out there in the middle of the woods. And just knowing he was out there would make your heart race.
Yeah.
And you're on these tight single tracks and 2 in the morning in the pitch black. It was, yeah.
24-hour races are pretty epic, like the ones you put on it.
Yeah.
Shit show, great, horrible. Why am I doing this? I'm never doing this again.
It was, wasn't it Jason you brought on our team?
Bun.
Oh, yeah.
I still haven't forgiven him.
Yeah, Bun. If you're
were,
listening,
like, in
buddy.
the 6th or 7th overall, and I told everybody, hey, look, because every race that you do with that, you learn something, right? And so I learned from the last one, hey, everybody has a headlight on. And I think it was like everybody needs to make sure they have their own lights or something. And then something
helmet
happened,
light, yeah.
so I got on your bike, and then the lights went off. And he didn't have the backup light on the helmet. So, yeah, we lost an hour and a half, and we're down to 15th. Yeah, I was pretty pissed about that one. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Blame
he didn't charge the battery, so it made like halfway.
We
Well-
did we've been doing that 24-hour race that Nat came and did for years. And I asked Lexi when she was like 14 if she wanted to be on our team. And a couple of the guys that we race with, we were doing probably the 40 and over then. And they were like,
she could pass.
well, they said if Lexi wants to race, we'll do like, 250 open or whatever the class was. And she goes, no, Dad, how about I just do my own team and we'll do the 15 and under class. So she asked,
5 guys.
yeah, there's 6 on a team, got a bunch of her motocross buddies, and they showed up and did the 24-hour race. And there's 100 teams is where they cap it and don't let it get any bigger. They got 2nd overall, beat 6 AA pro teams.
And
What?
won the 15 under by like
And, yeah.
laps and laps and laps.
They smoked us. Like, you beat us by like 3 laps, and they're 45-minute laps.
Yeah.
On a 15 and under team. That was sick. We were all dressed up. I was a fairy. One of the guys was a Hooters girl. We had a whole bunch of unicorns. It was pretty awesome. And we smoked them. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, no, that's impressive. Holy
Yeah.
shit. Yeah. See, this is the shit that I was trying to get you to get me.
Yeah, well, I had to think about them.
Yeah.
You brought up 24
No,
hours.
honestly, like that's one of the things that I liked about doing this, and that thought about doing the show is like you get to talking with people, and then you remember things. Then
Yeah.
You remember more things. Then you remember more things, and then you can just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do that. 5, 6 in, stories just start.
Going
And there's
like
stuff
2.
that these girls don't need to hear, but, after the waterbed place that we went and visited, the Donna's trees and stuff like that.
Well, you remember going to that one place in Oregon where we rolled in at like midnight and we go into this karaoke bar and it's packed and we walk in there and everybody's staring at us. So we sit down and start drinking, and pretty soon our pit guys singing karaoke, and just it was a mess. And we probably went to bed at 2 in the morning and got up and did an off-road race the next day. And yeah.
Or just back to a couple of Desert 100 stories in the van, and the maiden voyage of the van with no dash lights, and
Yeah.
just getting there like super late, and you had to go out in the morning and do the poker run, which is our pre-ride, and just the pieces of shit bikes we had, and the van was a hunk of shit, and still managed to do pretty good out there.
The first time you won the Desert 100, he bought a bike from my buddy, like a 93 YZ250 with a bald tire. Didn't put a tire on it, nothing. He probably took it apart and spray painted it to make it look cool, but didn't put a tire on it, didn't do anything, and ends up winning the thing by like 6 minutes. It was
good times.
Yeah.
CR250. Yep.
So that just sparked something that Claire had told me. So what did you pay her with for the helmet?
Oh, the 500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just remembered that when, like, for whatever reason.
Yeah,
So you gave somebody a 500 for a helmet paint
well, no,
job?
it wasn't for the helmet. So it was, well, Claire was going to paint the helmet, but she's like, just pay for the materials. It's typical Claire. Like, I don't want money from you guys. Just cover my expenses or whatever. And then the helmet paint job flopped and she had to buy a helmet.
Yeah.
Well, they were going to buy our CR500 and fix it up for one of Carson's videos. And I said, well, I don't really, you know, they were like, what do you want for it? And I'm like, I don't care about the money. Let's trade for something, you know, because Carson was doing this bike trade thing at the time. But he didn't really have a bike we wanted. And I said, well, they wanted the 500 bad. So I go, grab that.
Give me the details on the 500. What year,
It
make,
was
model?
an 88 CR500.
Okay. So the dark red one.
Yep. And it had been converted into an aluminum frame CR450. But it was like 3/4 of the way done. But some of the welds and stuff on the frame I wasn't overly happy with.
Yeah.
So, like, I never finished it because I wanted to scrape the powder coat and re-weld some stuff. And I thought, what better than the Browns BBR to, you know. And then he goes, well, you still have the old frame and everything. I said, I have the full rolling chassis. He goes, we want to put it back to original. So I'm like, even better yet.
Yeah.
You know. So so we gave him the bike and we were going to do a trade later. Well, then they had to buy a helmet because of the deal there. And I'm like, well, let's just make it part of the trade. Like, you know, I don't want you buying a helmet on something that you offered to paint our helmet, you know, Lexi's helmet for.
That she put too much SC1 on.
Yes, exactly.
I'm an SC1 freak, so anything I have, just beware, probably it has SC1.
So that trade was like out there for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
And we have the 93 YZ250 that she just raced at Vintage Days.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
that's actually a good bike.
It's a really good bike. We bought it for the 125 Dream Race at Washougal because women don't have to be on a 125.
Ah.
Just a 2-stroke. So we bought it, kind of put it together. She goes there, practices, it blows up in practice, doesn't even get to race it. Luckily, someone let her borrow a newer YZ250 to race. And it's been in our garage blown up for a while. And I'm like, we need to buy cases. Like a bolt came off the crank and it destroyed the motor. Busted the clutch up, busted cases. And so I'm going to start searching. Well, I'm like, gosh, you know, Dwayne puts these bikes together and they hold up to Carson.
Yeah.
So I asked him, hey, Dwayne, would you ever redo her 250 motor? And we'll just call that done with the trade. Like, I don't need another bike. If you do that, that's more than adequate for what, you know. And he's like
what you guys would need.
Yeah, and he's like, heck yeah, I would. I'd love to, you know, if it gets her out ripping on an old bike and whatever. So he rebuilt the motor and that finished up that whole trade. And it was cool because the first time she got to ride it at VMD, they were there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was there this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought I saw
this year
some
and
videos
last year.
Stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him at I got passed by him on that YZ10 whatever. Oh my god. Well, and I passed his ass back because it was broke.
Yep.
Well, you beat him too in the hair scramble because he broke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I did too, but I pushed my bike back. He did.
Yeah. He didn't push to the finish. She did.
Well, hell, the bike that he was on at Day in the Dirt, he could have just picked the thing up, put it on his shoulder, and like carried it back. It was that like super mini.
Oh yeah.
YZ. I don't even remember what it was.
Yeah.
But
dude, he rides.
Dude, they do some cool stuff.
Yeah.
And it's really neat to actually like know how cool BBR was when pit bikes first came out, and then to find out later like, oh, there's this kid on Instagram. He does all these cool things. Oh, he's racing Supercross. Oh, wait, that's the son of the people that did all this cool shit. Like, it's a really neat tie to, like, all those, like, God, what was that, like, late 90s until now? Like, it's still relevant and current because of all the cool stuff that they've done.
Yeah.
So you guys have actually know them well and got to, like, be around that, so that's pretty neat.
We live not far from where Carson grew up. He's in Florida now, but so you know, always at the tracks and whatever. We've seen him for a long time, and Lexi was pretty sure she was going to marry him when she was about 7.
Oh wait,
and Blake Shelton. So
was she the creepy Louisiana kid? Just the other way
yeah,
around?
pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But he didn't block you on Snapchat?
Nope.
No. He was enough older that it was, you know.
Yeah.
But Claire.
Who's the villain here? He didn't block you. You blocked that kid's pork.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was well deserved.
Yeah. Yeah. Claire's paint jobs they're cool because it's all done by hand. It's not like a Troy Lee painted helmet. She does it by hand with paint pens, and it's real personal. It's really cool.
Hell, the only one I've had is that one.
Yeah. Yeah, all of her stuff is like hand artwork. It's not taped off or stenciled or.
The problem I have, I'm not creative enough to be like, I want this on a helmet. You know what I mean? Like, like I can see something and be like, oh, I could see that and like a version of it, but like, I just not.
That's what I told her. I had no clue when she's like, "What do you want?" I said, "Her nickname's Bug." You know, hopefully you can come up with something.
Cool. Allie, you're ready to end this, aren't you?
She was ready to go a long time ago. For sure. Dan, how'd you finish at Loretta's?
I went 35, 29, 9.
For an overall of what?
20th. 20th overall.
Was the 9th the mud race?
Yes.
Okay, that makes a little more sense.
And what advice do you have for Anthony here going into this mudder coming up? You already talked about it.
Oh, yeah, you just, like, so the 35th place was a dry day.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was ecstatic that's where I belonged, truthfully. That was my finish. I'm jacked. I wanted to be better than 40th. Then the next moto came, and it was raining, but slippery, but not mud. Just, like the little bit of slime on top when they overwater. And I got 29th, so I'm like, okay, mic drop, I'm out of here, Things are good. And then it opened up and downpoured. And obviously, we're not motocrossers, we're off-road guys, and I'm like, this might get interesting. Well, all the motocross guys are still trying to jump everything. They're trying to double through the 10 commandments. I passed 20-some people laying on the ground after they tried to double something they shouldn't have. So if it's a sloppy mudder, legs out, full throttle, roll the jumps, but in the corners, legs out, get around.
Should I bring some of those mini skis?
Yeah.
Like if I'm going to do the things with the IVs under the thing, might as well have some mini skis, right?
Yeah.
Just remember seeing the foot marks between the the ruts and.
It was crazy.
And line choice, you'd wait sometimes. You go, versus watching Dum Dum go into this thing and just get stuck.
Yeah. Well, and then the other thing is when it got muddy and it was rutted, everybody was going way outside every corner trying to avoid them. I just picked a good rut and picked every single time around the inside. Sometimes I'd get 2 or 3 guys in a corner.
I like to do, so if there's a ton of ruts like that, is knife in the start and go over the ruts.
Yeah, this was not possible in this.
They're very deep.
Yeah. I think Emig was the only one that still even doubled through the 10 commandments. He was a good mud rider.
Yeah.
But that moto finish, and I couldn't have told you if I was 3rd or 23rd. I had no clue. And I'm coming off the track, and the AMA official jumps out and stops me and grabs me under this tent. And I'm like, what? And he goes, yeah, you're an impound. And I didn't know what that was.
Top 10.
Yeah, so I'm thinking like I got protested or they thought I did something wrong. Like,
I didn't cut the track.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm getting DQ'd. I'm like, what? And he's like, no, top 10 or an impound. I'm like, top 10? What? He goes, yeah, dude, you're 9th. I was like, okay, cool.
And I will say, if you're doing what he did, just be aware that there might be a girl named Allie on the sideline being, oh my God, he's going so slow. That is not my dad.
They were all going slow as shit, except for like Emig. But
and the coolest thing ever is in staging before the race, I got to meet Emig and shake his hand and say, oh, yeah, nice to meet you. And he's like, oh, yeah, what are you here for? And I said, I was just here to try to, do it with my daughter. And he's like, well, how do you want to finish? And I'm like, top 40.
Yeah.
And then, he's up on the podium and I'm in impound, and he looks over and sees me in impound, kind of blew off a couple people and came straight up to me. Dude, you're in the top 10?
That's pretty cool.
He was jacked.
Yeah.
We were
That's
jacked.
neat.
We were
Yeah.
jacked for you.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
No, honestly, like for me, did you read my long ass post that I did on
Yes.
Facebook? So this
Very
was,
good one, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
Well written. Your wife
Um,
must have done that.
Yeah, no. I actually had her proofread it for me though. She fixed a lot of things that were wrong. I was like, "Hey, before I post this, proofread it for me." But so what was really neat, I called MX Sports because one of my buddies hit me up last minute and was like, "Hey, I want to come up. Like, what can we do?" And I was like, "Well, I can get an extra car pass." And he's like, "Okay." And one of my other buddies wanted to come up, so he was going to come up the first half. He'd come up the other one, come up the second half. And so I was like, "Well, I can't buy it online. Let me see if I can call him." So I called, and which I got to say, MX Sports, I don't know if you guys had to call him while going through it. Extremely helpful. Picks up
Someone
the
always
phone.
answers the
Yeah,
phone,
picks
yeah.
up the phone fast. Like,
Yeah.
it will answer you.
Yep.
So I was telling the lady, like, "Hey, look, I just found out my buddy wants to come up. I qualified in the 40 class. Can I get an extra car pass, or is it too late?" She goes, "What's your name?" I said, "Anthony Bennett." She goes, "Are you the Anthony Bennett that posted a really long Facebook post about making it in the plus 50 class?" And I was like, "Well, I'm in the plus 40 class, but yeah, I made a really long post." She's like, "Oh my God, I went around telling everybody that was incredible."
It was so
And I was
good.
like, "That's really neat."
That's cool.
And I
I'll give
told
you
her,
a
I was
pass.
like, "Hey, look, I thought about this. If Racer X wants to do like, I'll make this like a thing they could put online or whatever. Like, let me know who wants to do." And I've kind of been too like embarrassed to like reach back out, like, "Hey, do you actually want me to make this kind of a thing?" But no, I do think it was neat, and I only made that a little bit of selfishness, but also to like hope that somebody will read that who thinks they can't qualify.
Yeah.
To make them qualify. And you're
Yeah.
part of that list.
Sure.
Because even my buddy Joe was like, "Man, I read that and was like, I'm in. I'm going all in. I'm training my ass off like you did." And then 30 minutes later, I'm like, I like my weed. So
Yeah.
but I do hope that it hits somebody or reach somebody that to be like, you can do it. And like, I'm not special. You know that.
Yeah.
Like, it's more just like a kind of like what Lexi said earlier. There's a lot of grit. There's a lot of like, I'm not going to give up. I can do it. And you guys have had that plenty of times in off-road races. Like, I'm just not going to quit.
Yeah.
You can do it.
That's
So,
what it takes.
Yeah.
Be persistent. Go to every race
And honestly, I think the biggest thing is trying and failing. But don't just fail. Learn how you failed. Because in a way, there's a lot of ways I failed this year that I wish that I would have known or done different. And
there's strategy involved for sure with the areas and the regionals.
yeah.
I don't know about East Coast. It's a little different here because you guys like take 6 where we only take 4, but we have smaller regional turnouts and stuff. But
Yeah.
there's certain regionals that are easier than others. The first ones are always the hardest, and then they progressively get easier as people qualify. So there's some strategy involved if you want to play the game and you really want to go.
Yeah.
Otherwise, do your local one and give it your best. Regionals are a pretty big deal. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Like, that's for somebody that's never done a big AMA race, that's really fun.
Yeah. Now, I remember the first time I did a regional, I was like, this is wild.
Yeah.
And I was just praising MX Sports a little bit, but also shit on them a little bit. I think it's bullshit. There was 84 people in a C-class regional the first time I tried.
Yeah,
like,
I don't understand
I'm sorry.
that.
If
How?
you are going to take this amount to the regional, that should be that amount. And then you take this amount to Loretta's, that's the amount. Like, that's kind of how I think. Like, it should not be that much of a money grab where 84 people is the cutoff. Like,
Yikes.
I'm sorry. And then it blows me even further away. Like, okay, you didn't get top 9 at an area. what makes you think you're going to get top 6 at a regional? So
Yeah.
why would you send in your money and go through all that? So, yeah.
The other one that kills me is when somebody gets a ticket at one regional and they go race the same class at another one and get a ticket. And then it causes this whole, well, which one is your home region? Because that's the ticket that counts. To me, once you get a ticket, you're banned from that class. Shouldn't be able to do another regional.
I mean, there was a thing that popped up with Racing Kyler that was going on. But I will say they at least didn't do the last race to where
They shouldn't even be able to sign up, though.
affect it.
Yeah, but they still shouldn't be able to sign up. You got a ticket in that class. If you want to go sign up in other classes, great. But you already got one in that class, too bad. If you wanted a number 1 plate in that region, that's the region you should have gone to.
Yeah. I mean, I can see their side of it. Partially, MX Sports is to blame to that. And that being that they will allow it.
Mm-hmm.
The other side being is, well, their siblings didn't make it, so they don't want them to not be ready and racing. So I'm like, yeah, I can kind of see it. But you're right. The only thing that would fix that is saying you can't.
Mm-hmm.
But then they lose out on this money.
I know.
So
it's money grab.
Yeah.
There's a lot of money grab going on with that.
Oh.
Well,
I would say just look for Lexi Weihe, number 73, going to all the last 3 rounds of WMX.
Yeah.
In pretty blue gear.
Well, maybe depending on what your schedule's like, you might have to pop up to Loretta's, watch one of his motos.
You don't need to do that. You don't need to be disappointed.
She wants to go up and visit friends anyway.
Claire's going to be there, though, so.
If Claire makes it and is an alternate,
you're going to go.
Yeah,
you probably should go.
I'm going.
She's going to get in.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
There's already been 9 alternates get in for women's. I think.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've been watching.
That'd be so cool if she got in.
Now you don't have an excuse. Now you have to go.
Somebody go.
And you could ride up with my wife and kids on Thursday.
Yes. Even Preston was talking about wanting to go, so maybe we'll. Or I'll ask Peyton.
There you go.
We'll figure it out.
Make it happen.
Fly up.
We'll be there.
Well, I literally didn't play any of my sponsor reads, but it's fine. They don't really pay me. So it's cool. Look, I'm rusty. I haven't done this in like 7 months because I've been focused on a lot of other things.
Speaking of sponsors, do you want to thank any of yours or a shout out to whomever?
Yeah.
Shout out to Nat for getting me here and JMC Motorsports for all the help with my bikes and gear, and Mitzel Drywall for helping me get to all these races and so much more. I guess Whole Shot Construction right here. Dad sponsored, getting me everywhere.
Lynn's Towing.
Lynn's Towing, yeah. Flow Visions for keeping my vision clear on the track.
Dunlop Tire for keeping you,
keeping me shredding on the
not
track.
falling down.
Yeah.
Didn't really help.
I was going to say, I don't know if that's usually the tires that.
Yeah.
More of an operator error.
Anthony's got the video, so have you eaten it?
I did?
Yeah, I texted it to you. Put that in. Put that in there.
The rag
Yeah,
put
a rag doll. Yeah.
Hold on.
Probably not. No, I'd be okay if you guys did it.
It's a pretty good one.
Yeah,
It hurted.
I got some.
Oh, from Vintage Days.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch the full video. My bad.
Yeah, you had to wait till the end anyway. That's when the wheels fell off.
The attention span.
Yeah.
But
Totally.
All right. Well, thanks anybody who's actually 2 people that are watching and listening. Lexi, Dan,
Wore 'em out.
thank you for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Nah.
Whatever.
Nat, thanks for
Thank
setting
Allie.
it up, buddy.
Allie, you want to show your face? One quick shot. Come
Get
on.
over here, Al.
Do you need a beer?
Contributing to delinquency of a minor.
I didn't.
Prison
gonna
time.
Give them one. I just asked if they needed one. Okay.
All right, then.
All right. So we're ending out with my kid's story
Been a while
that I always
since
do,
I've done a show. I need one of your
and
awesome
we're gonna
stories.
play it
Send
out.
One time, me and Frankie were riding my 65, and Frankie, since the exhaust was not working, Frankie used her farts to make it go.
How did the exhaust not work?
got cut.
It got cut? See, and I figured you were going to say the butt plug was in it.
And then when she kept farting, she ran out of farts. But I could still go. And then since the exhaust was not working, she made me do a backflip on the tabletop.
Yeah. She farted right on the takeoff and it just whoop, flipped you around.
Mhm.
Nice. Is that it?
One more thing. And Penny peed on the track, so then I slipped, and then I did a bunch of 360s.
Wouldn't that be like 720 to 900? All right. Is that it?
Yep.
Great story, bud.